buddy. Great to see you, buddy.
Please subscribe to Sharonatsea Travel. Thank you.
Oh. Hello.
Oh!
Oh my gosh.
Oh!
Wow.
Sharon, kick it easy, girl.
I know.
Geez, you are so. I mean, you know, were you ready to go live? I mean, you know, we're it's Monday, isn't it?
Well, I can't hear anything because I can't hear the
for crying out loud, you're like
music and the intro.
It's like you're surprised when all of a sudden the thing kicks on. Oh, hi. Hey, where'd you guys come from? What's going on?
Good evening, everyone.
Hello. What's up, peeps? Sharon at Sea Travel Cruise Crew. Lovely to see you all this evening, or to be with you this evening. Thanks for joining us here on show number 2 of 2021, if I'm not mistaken. Is that accurate?
It is.
We're already flying right into this year, and
halfway through the month of January.
I'm waiting for 2021. I'm waiting for like the sign that things are going to be better, right? It's 2021. We're supposed to be like, okay, 2020's done. You know, we're done with it. You know, I mean, you guys know what we said. You know what we said to 2021, right? You know what we said to it. You know what we told it.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I'm sorry, what? What part didn't you understand? The buh or the bye? Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Just wait.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I was just wondering.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. You are bye-bye.
Rude.
Bye-bye.
Never
Bye-bye.
ridiculous.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Great. Bye-bye. Okay, Slick. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Yeah, bye-bye.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Nobody cares. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I need
Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Here's me. Bye-bye. 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 No, bye-bye. Aw, bye-bye. Say bye. Bye-bye. Do the bye-bye. Do the bye-bye. That's the way, bye-bye. I like it.
1, 2, 3. Bye-bye.
That's right. We told 2021. We said bye. What part didn't you understand? The or the bye? But you know what? Oh wait, we told 2020. Did I yell 2021 there? Whatever. You know what I mean. 2020. We said bye, and it's 2021. And you know what? I don't know. I don't really feel any different. Do you?
Not really. Not yet. But
Okay.
things are going to get better eventually.
So you think there's some light at the end of the tunnel? There's some gold.
Yeah, things just don't happen overnight. You know,
Do you want us to go into a song?
kinda
Somewhere over the rainbow, 2021 lies. Take it away, Sharon.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, we're on fire tonight. What's going on? Welcome to the show. Lovely to see you guys. If it's your first time here, we want to say thanks for joining us. My name is, it's inconsequential, but just call me Jamie. And on my left, your right, is the one and only, the lovely, the talented, the star of the show. The reason we're all here tonight, Sharon from Sharon at Sea Travel. Sharon, take a bow.
Oh my God.
Out of the gate strong tonight, aren't we?
Jeez. Okay.
So, go. Yeah, Sharon, what's on the agenda? Let's break down the agenda for the people. They want to know what we're going to be talking about. While I go ahead and top off a beverage right here, if I may. Thank you very much.
I think you're just getting started.
I am just getting started. What are you guys drinking tonight anyway? Tonight I'm going with a little bit of going back to what got us here. A little Buffalo Trace this evening. I got a brand new bottle, courtesy of some dear friends of mine. And I'm going to have a little sip of that. Sharon, what do you got going on over there? A little vino?
I have wine. I'm drinking white wine tonight. It's my favorite Stella Rosa, but it's what is it? It's like a red apple or apple flavor wine. So it's really good. I kind of discovered it a couple weeks before the holidays. I don't know if it was just around for the holidays or if it's they always have this the apple wine, but it's really good. So I bought a couple bottles before the holidays just in case.
Well, I think I speak for the entire crowd of folks that might be watching right now when I say chug, 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 chug. Chug.
You have to enjoy the wine. You don't chug wine.
Chug. All right, well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Just like you don't chug Buffalo Trace, or you're not supposed to.
Oh, you do chug Buffalo Trace. You do. You totally do. All right, I don't know how many. I'm seeing a lot of weird numbers. I don't know how many folks are here, but we want to thank you all for being here. Let's jump in real quick and say hi to some people before we get this show started. Did you go over the agenda yet? You haven't even touched the agenda.
Well, we don't really have a huge agenda. We just thought it would be fun to kind of talk about maybe travel in general. You know, I know a lot of people are taking land vacations while they're waiting to cruise again. And so we thought we would just kind of talk about that a little bit, see where everyone is headed. I know there's a lot of people out there that have land vacations planned. I know we have some things planned as well. So we just thought we would talk about that a little bit.
Okay. Well, that sounds like
and maybe
outstanding
a couple
plan.
other things.
All right, well, listen, it's only 7:09. I feel like we're almost ahead of schedule tonight, so that's fantastic. Let's go back to about 7:05 and see who's... Oh, well, I can only go back to 7:06, so that's where we're going to start. And we're going to start with the one and only Paul Atta. Mr. Paul Atta, what's going on, brother? Lovely to see you.
I don't know if he's here yet, but somebody messaged you the other day and said we never see them in the chat.
No, he said, you never you say hi in the chat, and I want to know why.
Okay, so let's say hi to them.
Hold on, I'm getting a little buffer action. Me, I'm buffering. Anyone else? A little buffer. Let's see what's going on out there. Do we have some buffer going on? Very interesting. We don't often buffer. I wonder what the deal is.
Oh, it is.
What do you think? Maybe it's a YouTube deal. Let me see. Buffering pretty bad, they're saying. Let me check a few things here. Hang in there, folks. Hang on there. Let's get that out of the way. Error, YouTube's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming.
What do you mean enough video?
I don't know. That's very odd that would be happening right now. Well, that's kind of a weird deal. We usually don't have any issues like this. We're having some streaming issues. So hang on a second, guys. Let's see what we can do to get things fired up and rocking and rolling. Let me refresh this thing and see what happens.
Oh, all of a sudden we were...
That's kind of odd. Okay, I don't know. Maybe we're back. Lord, it's buffering bad. All right, we got some buffer. We're going to try to work out the buffer.
Oh, wow.
I'm not sure what the deal is. I don't know why we'd be buffering. We usually don't. Maybe we're just having some internet connections, some internet issues. Yes, it's buffering for everyone, I think.
Oh, really? So...
We'll have to, I don't know what, let's see.
Let me see.
I really don't know what to do because we haven't had any buffering issues for a while. God see I'm not the only one with the internet issues these days. Yeah, maybe it's us. Maybe we just have a bad...
I'm going to ask Matthew if he's having
a bad connection. Well, you never know. He might be having some trouble as well.
Yeah, I'll find out.
So we'll see what's happening.
I'll find out if it's...
Now we're okay. It's better. Buffer, in and out, surge. Can't hear you guys at all. You know what, guys? We're just going to have to hang in there a minute. Hang in there and see what this thing turns into. Better now for me, they say. We got a green... All right, I got a green stream going on now. You guys think that it's a joke when people say green streams, but it's actually true. I'm not really sure what would be causing the issue here.
You are good now, Kevin Brubaker.
Well, they said better now. I blame the college football game. It could be. It could have something to do with the college football game. I'm not really sure.
Would it have anything to do with you leaving the TV on, the stuff?
No, that's usually a different type of a deal. Let me refresh this screen one more time and see what happens. Hang in there, folks.
Matthew's not having any issues.
Of course he's not. Why would he have any issues? Why would he have any issues at all? That lucky little rascal. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I don't know. If we're better, we're better. Okay, if we're better, then we're going to roll with it. We're just going to assume there was a little glitch in the matrix. I'm not really sure what the scoop is. We seem to be okay, so we're back. All right.
Okay.
So what's up? Well, let's pretend none of that even happened, and let's just get on with the show.
I don't know where we left off.
Well, we left off with tonight. We want to talk a little bit about land travel and that kind of stuff. Michael Giovanni said, "Where's John? He could help it get worse." That's a horrible thing to say about our friend John. As a matter of fact, he's settled in watching Ohio State versus Alabama. Big football game tonight going on there. Jimmy Buffer and the Coral Reefer, said Brian Boone. So that's very exciting. I know a lot of people are watching the game, but we're still here, man. We are still here on a Monday night with you guys. Go, Sharon, take it away a little bit. And I'm just going to look at a few things while you're talking to the peeps. And
well, we were just going to talk.
What do you got cooking?
Well, let's say hi to everyone. Why don't we say hi to everyone?
All right, I was going to say hi to everyone, but then...
And things started.
Then things got a little bit out of control and out of the way. All right, well, let's go back to that. Phone's fine. We're better. Thank you. It was the Buffalo Trace. Send me the bottles and TX Pepito. I think we started off with the one and only Paul Atta. What's up, Paul Atta? Love it to see you. Pam S. is here. Daniel Fields is in the house. Tara Kelly is here. Aisha McConnell. What's up? Lindy Lou is in the house. Garrett Labelson. Tessa Almond. Nautical Nurse Nancy. And, of course, she's one half of the amazing Sharon at Sea Travel team, the backbone, the folks that keep it all together. The other half would be Leanne Francisconi. Those lovely ladies are in the house. Michelangelo Giovanni is here. Ruth Todd's in the house. What's up, Ruth? Pam S. is here. Nancy Fields is here as well. Amy Franzak. Steve Morales. What's up, Steve? Hope you had a lovely birthday the other day. Christina V. Garrett Labelson. Kathy Schultz is in the house. What's up? Sue O'Connor. Karen Carter says, has anyone heard anything about the expectations are for guests to get on a cruise ship and when they're going to be given the green light to sail? I know the COVID vaccine is key. There's really no news right now. Everything's kind of on hold through the end of March, and we're going to see what transpires. That's why we're kind of focusing a little more on land travel at this time.
I know,
so we'll see how that plays out.
Royal Caribbean hadn't announced yet that they were extending, but I'm sure that's going to happen here soon. I expect that to happen maybe this week even.
Maybe that's what we needed that's my first drink of the evening, so I wanted to.
But I think
get
they'll
that
all be eventually. They'll all be extended through end of May at least. I mean end of March. May. I said May. End of March, and maybe even longer. But I feel a little hopeful for May. April I think is a little iffy, in my opinion, right now. But.
All right, well, there you have it. That's straight out of Sharon at Sea Travel's mouth for you guys. Carl McClendon's here. Fordman, a.k.a. Kenneth Oakes. Of course, we got TX Pepito in the house. What's up? See the World with Chris is here. Offbeat Travelers are here. What's going on, guys? Love it to see you. David Afelt is in the house. Who else do we have? Amy Elke is here. What's up, Amy? Make sure if you ever talk to Amy and you say her last name, remember the O is silent. It's Elke, not O-Elke, please. Just know that. Brian Francisconi is here. What's up, Brian? Beth Ullinger, Beth and Doug Ullinger are here. We may have something going on with Beth and Doug Ullinger, don't we?
Yes. I think we're going to see them tomorrow night.
That sounds like a party waiting to happen for sure. Who else is here? Did I say hi to Tess Almond? If I already did, I'm going to say hi a second time because that's how awesome she is. Margie Butcher's here. Robert Brown Jr. Pia Broderick is here. Chardonnay is better. Huge fail. Just kidding. She's busting your chops because you're drinking your wine. How dare you, Pia? Orange Green is here. What's up? Crazy Cat Traveler is here. Who else do we have in the house? Chris Goo. Rhonda Carney is here. What's up, Rhonda? Lovely to see you. Let me jump through all the folks that are saying you're buffering and get ahead of the game. Larry Thomas, Really Creative Travel. Mike V is here. What's up? Sharon Toner Clarkson. Love to see you guys. Sherry Smith, Gary Havens, Alfred Englesby. What is going on, Alfred? Great to see you tonight. How are you doing? Positive Vibes Adventures is in the house. What's up? Michael Peralta is here. How you doing, Michael? Jason Schumacher, Jose Lara, Mercy Rodriguez, Robert Rayburn, Just Drea is here. What's up? Sharon Murphy, Gary Welts in the house. Shelly Lou, Dewey Ski is here. Dylan Siemens in the house. What's up, guys? Neil Drucker's here. Danella Hoffman's in the house. Kimberly Dawn is here. What's up, Kimberly? Jim and Annette Tallman. It's Tallman. Jim and Annette Tallman are here. Joseph Johnson's here. Big G and Snuggles. What's going on, guys? Two for Disney. All kinds of folks are in the house. We thank you all for joining us. Kelly Ronaldo says it seems a little better. Brian Boone. Karen Baby Martin is here. Papa Mozo, the one, the only. Papa Mozo. Good evening to you, sir. Don't forget to go check out our friend Papa Mozo on his channel. He's always rocking the daytime. He's got the words. He's got the tone. He's got the feeling that can make you feel better about life. If you check him out when he sheds a little of his magic during the day over on the Papa Mozo YouTube channel. So go say hi.
Show us your buffering tips. I don't think we don't have any buffering tips.
Yeah, my buffering tips. I don't know if you mean buffing tips, but that's a show for another night, a little later in the evening. Thank you very much.
Gary Walt said, it seems fine now. Maybe Matthew is streaming movies.
Well, we are plugged into the same router as Matthew, so he says he's fine, so he gets first dibs on the connection.
He's actually not supposed to be playing video games right now because he's supposed to be doing homework.
Oh, boy.
He had
cool.
3 really long geometry assignments to do, and he had 2 of them done, but he still had one.
Rhonda Carney, maybe it's because you partners with the ship show on the Zoom call. Oh my God, I won't tell him you said that. That's horrible. That is horrible. Roll Tide Roll, said Really Creative Travel. Don't get in any fights about the football game tonight, guys, out there. No problems in Oz. Thank you, Sharon Murphy. We appreciate that very much. Who else is here? Did we miss anybody? Jeff Scalzo, Gene and Sandy Secco, Riding with Larry. What's up, Larry and Woohoo Girl? We love you guys. Michael L. is here. What's going on? Kathy Zoda. Brendan Adamek is here. Sonia H. All kinds of folks are out there. I love saying all these names. You know what? It just makes us feel really good to be able to say hi to all you folks, and that's why we do it. Give the boy some milk and he's issue free. Yes? No. Well, yeah, he does drink a lot of milk, doesn't he? Milk and pizza, Mozo. Milk and pizza. That's what he loves.
That's probably what he drinks the most of is milk.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Who else do we have? Patty McFall Monk is here. Ashley K's in the house. Kimberly Vickers, what's up? What's up? Cindy Kelly said, good here with the Wi-Fi turned off to keep internet full strength for the SEC championship game. There you have it. There you have it. B. Jeff B is here. What's up? Timothy Menard, good evening to you, sir. I feel like I'm saying a lot of names that I don't usually say. It's awesome to see you guys tonight, and thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate that. Sharon, let's dive into a little stuff. I'm going to jump ahead here to the beginning of the chat, or the end of the chat, as they call it. Vanessa Leah is here. Ruth Todd is here. What's up, Ruth? Talking about going to Cancun. That's a great segue.
Yeah.
Into what we want to talk about tonight.
Well, that's probably the hottest place right now is Cancun. Everyone's going to Cancun because, for one thing, you don't have to have a COVID test. I think that going to Mexico, not having the hassle. I don't know that it might be having to go get the COVID test because it's not really a fun thing, I guess, to do really. Yeah. But just the whole thing of having to get a test, within 72 hours. Some places you have to upload it, into a website,
like a government portal,
and different things. And there's just it's more of a hassle to do all those other things.
Yes.
And it's just easier to go to Mexico, and Cancun seems to be the hot ticket, I guess, because it's on the Caribbean side of Mexico, and so it's warm all year round for the most part. So, a lot of people are going to Cancun. So
Paul Addis said he's been tutoring Matthew. He'll be just fine. Thanks, Paul. It's good to know. It's funny because I noticed he's had a little bit of an accent lately. He's been talking with a little Australian twang every once in a while. Jamie Wilhite, what's going on? Elisa Garcia. Hello, Elisa. Lovely to see you. There's Woo Woo Girl. Just saying hi to a few folks that showed up and said hi. Mary Snyder's here. What's going on? So we have spent the better part of 2021. Would you call it arguing, or would you call it researching, or what would you
I wouldn't
phrase
say that
it
much.
as?
We spent a couple days. Maybe.
A couple of days.
Well, total when you put all the time together. Yeah, doing some planning for some of our plans for 2021 that to kind of substitute cruising, I guess you might say, until we cruise again, and then we may take some more land vacations even when we're cruising again too. So, but
it's kind of a fun deal.
Yeah.
We're not unlike any of you guys. We have lost many cruises. They have been pulled out from under us.
We just lost another one a couple weeks ago.
Well, which one was that?
The Breeze in March.
Oh my gosh. Well, originally first the March was going to be the Legend. That was going to be our second planned one with our friends from La Lido Loca. That got canceled. Then there was an option to get the Breeze, and we thought that might sail.
Actually, we didn't move it. We were already booked on the Mardi Gras in February. But when the Mardi Gras got canceled for February, we moved it to the Breeze in March because the Legend was already canceled. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of confusing. We're like juggling cruises, probably like some of you are, just moving them all around. And we did a lot of juggling over the weekend. We moved a lot of our cruises around, changed a lot of things. All of our group cruises obviously are still the same, but we moved a lot of different things around, different travels, different things around. So this year, right now, our next cruise is the Mardi Gras in May, and I mean, I don't know that cruising will be starting back up really much before that. But even if it did, that's going to be our first cruise. If it were
Krista Hull said, do you think Long Beach Port will open in April? Krista, that's going to be tough. California is one of the most locked down states right now in the U.S. And you'd be hard-pressed for them to go from where they're at now today in January to wide open and ships cruising in April. So, you know.
I mean, I would love to see that happen because
Yeah.
we're close by. That's the closest port for us.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, like, I don't think it will be. But
Yeah.
I hope I'm wrong, and I hope things change.
Considering cruising is basically shut down through March now across the board.
They're going to start back when they do
I don't
start
know.
up.
I don't know if Long Beach,
Yeah.
California, is going to be one of the first spots to open back up again. It could take a little longer. So just have a plan B in place. If it cancels, take your onboard credit, rebook that bad boy, and give yourself something to look forward to at the end of the year. And maybe even book a cruise, and come hang out with us because we're going to party like rock stars. So you should do that too. So we've been talking a lot about, so we got a few things coming up here at the end of this month. We have a little trip scheduled. And I think this is a great time, Sharon, to announce something. One of the reasons why this month is so important and why we're planning this amazing trip. Do you want to tell the folks at home what the big event's going to be while we're on our next land-based trip?
Well, January is always a big month for us because it's our anniversary, which is coming up on the 19th.
Hold on, just
But, oh my God.
hang on. Just
Stop it. We're not
write
writing
that
that.
down. Can I get a piece
no.
of paper? Anniversary 19th. Okay, got it. Thank you very much. What else is going on?
Your birthday.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, girl. It's my birthday month.
And it's Matthew's birthday.
It is my birthday month, and I can't wait to turn 41. I am so excited to get into my 40s.
We always try to do something usually pretty fun in January.
Yes.
It kind of, we celebrate all those things.
But we will be somewhere on my birthday, and it's going to be a big celebration. I'm very, very excited about
We'll
it.
be back before Matthew's birthday.
Yes.
So.
Well, yeah, 'cause that's why I figured that my birthday must be the most important day of the month because that's when we'll be on a vacation. So we're on vacation, and we have finally figured out. We knew whereabouts we were going to go, but we just locked in where we're going to stay, so it's all confirmed. And I'm not going to lie, we're not telling you. To be honest with you, we're going to surprise you. That's what we're doing this time. In the past, we always make big announcements, and then we get there, and it's like, okay, yeah, we're here, but you knew we were going to be here. So this time, we're going to be a little secretive about it, and we're going to surprise y'all. And you're going to have to see where we're at. Maybe we'll even make you figure out. Maybe we'll do a vlog, and we won't even say where we are. We'll just say we're here, and here's what we're doing, and somebody needs to figure out where we are. Like for a prize. We'll see what happens.
Oh my gosh.
But
we
that's
have that
going on.
So,
and what else?
Yeah, so we just have that planned. Then right now we're also in the process of planning our next land vacation, which will be at the beginning of March, the first week of March. So, and we have a few things we're working on with that, a few ideas, a few places, and so we're not sure where we're going yet. And I don't know when. We'll know before then. That's all I have to say. Obviously, we're going to know before then.
A couple comments. Daniel Fields, who lives in California, said he doesn't think it'll be open in April for much of anything. Yes, Marty, it is my birthday week. It's my birthday month, not week. Paul Atta, I'm not turning 60. Thank you so much. Ruth Todd said 41, question mark. Haha, Jamie. Not very nice, Ruth. 41 plus tax and a bottle deposit. Paul Atta, that's more like it. I'm not even convinced my October cruise will go out of Long Beach. I hope so, said Bonnie V. Welch. Terry Marburger's birthday coming up soon. Happy birthday to you. Dylan Stevens said, holy crap, 41 tequila makes you younger. It does. And if it did, I would be like 12 right now because I've drank a lot of tequila lately. Paul Addis said they're going to Newfoundland in Canada.
Oh my gosh. If Canada would let us in there, we might go to Canada.
Yeah, then we'd have to buy some new jackets to keep warm. Actually, we're going to go down to Australia and stay at the lovely resort that Paul's staying at. And he's going to bring us in there, and we're all going to have chicken sausage every day. They do. They bring you 3 meals a day. It's a notch. It's a notch up from being incarcerated, from what I can tell from all this
Christina V says her birthday was January 6th. Happy late birthday, Christina.
Sing for it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're gonna get you next time.
And Pam S is happy. Oh, she said happy. Oh, I thought she was saying it was her anniversary.
That's right. Leanne said Matthew and Jimmy's birthday. You are so right.
Yeah.
You're so right. Sounds fun to guess where you guys are. I'm up for the challenge. Thank you, Orange Green. I'm glad you like that idea. See, people like my ideas. So we talked about that. We've been researching and researching. We knew where we wanted to go, and the plan that we put together for January wasn't too difficult. Everything kind of fell in line pretty easily, but the next thing that we're working on and that we've been diligently planning out is spring break.
Yeah.
And that would have been, or like we said, it would have been a cruise, but now it's not. So now we are revamping and we're looking at where we want to go. We want to do something a little fun, a little different, a little unique if possible. And but there are a lot of things that you have to worry about. One thing that's obvious is there's going to be a big change in some of the ideas of the government and things like that. And there may be some changes in how travel is even looked at coming in the next few weeks. So make sure you tune in and pay attention to that kind of stuff. There may be some changes in how travel is handled here in the U.S. We'll have to sit back and see what plays out there. So that's on the table. And then, of course, then you have to start looking at different things like where you're going, what you need to do.
Restrictions are.
Yeah, like, do you need to be tested? Do you need, like, we've seen places that are going to require a negative test 72 hours before you go.
Well, that's why everyone's going to Mexico. You don't need a test, but all other places that are open right now, you need a test within most of them are like 72 hours. And then, a lot of times there's a health screening. There's a lot of places that require you to have health insurance that covers COVID. If you travel there, you have to show proof of it. So there's a lot of different things depending on where you want to go. So, you have to do a lot of research these days.
I saw one place says that if you take one of the like antibody tests and you're positive for the antibodies, that'll cover you for 4 months. So in a weird twist, in a very weird twist, if you're looking to travel and you've already had the virus, the Perlman 19, as we like to call it here on the channel, as opposed to the C word, if you've already had it, that may actually benefit you as far as traveling down the road. Of course, if you're one of the folks that's been vaccinated, that might help out as well. But I'm yet to see a lot of stuff about you need to have you need to be vaccinated. I think they're still going to want you to be negative regardless of if you've been vaccinated. They're not going to say that
now anyways, because, a lot of people have received the vaccination, but, the whole, if you take the whole U.S. as a whole, it's only a small portion of people. So
yes, for sure.
But like, for instance, one thing we had thought of doing this spring is we actually thought about going to Hawaii. We were looking into that, and we were going to go over to Hawaii. We kind of shut that down only because our flights that we were looking at left from LA. So we were going to drive over to LA and take the flights because the flights, there were some really good deals on flights. If we would have taken a flight from Phoenix all the way to Hawaii, even if it stopped in LA, literally the flight was twice as much. And we thought that was ridiculous to pay as much to go from LA to Hawaii to pay to go to Phoenix to LA. So we kind of just scratched that because I think we were just kind of annoyed.
Well, and say that again. So we would have had to show a test that we would have had to receive from the last place from where you flew into Hawaii.
So if we would have drove over, that's it. If we would have drove over to California and flew to Hawaii California was where we flew from originally. Yeah. Our COVID test would have to be from there. We couldn't have our COVID test from Phoenix. So we would have to go over there early, have the COVID test, and wait for it before we could fly. If that was our first flight, which it would have been. Mm-hmm. So we're like, this is just too much of a hassle right now. We'll push that out and, maybe do that, a few months later when things are a little easier. Or
wait, hold on. Didn't I say I don't want to go to Hawaii?
You did, but we were going to go anyways. We couldn't pass up the cheap flights, but it just isn't going to work out because of the whole...
Guys, you're feeling me out there right now, right?
Time frame
See how that works? I thought when we got married, we said we would meet halfway on everything and all that. So by me saying I don't want to go and you say we're going,
I said we're going.
Is that how halfway works?
I said we're going, and I think the other night you said, go ahead and book it.
I would
I'm
never
like,
say. I
okay.
would never say that.
And then when I found out about the whole having to go a couple days early, had to wait for a COVID test, I'm like, oh, this is just too much. It's not going to work out.
I don't think I would ever say that. So the moral of the story is that when you're booking these land vacations, you have to research what you need in order to enter the country. You also need to pay attention to what you're going to need to get back into your country of origin. Okay.
Well, some
things can
places,
change in a matter of like this, so you got to pay attention to the news and what's going on there.
Well, they're talking about maybe when people come back in, possibly having something showing that they're negative coming back home as well in the future.
Yeah, you might need that. And even different states are having some different regulations. Not to mention, you also have to worry about passports and things of that nature. There are some places like you can go to Mexico with a good passport. It doesn't need to have 6 months of extended time on it. And what that means is that if your passport expires less than 6 months from when you travel, there are many areas that will not let you go, and there are some airlines that won't let you travel if it's like that.
There's some countries that won't let you in, like if you're going to Europe and things like that. Mexico will let you in, but it's not Mexico not letting you in, it's the airlines. The airlines will not all the airlines, but most of them will not book the flight if your passport, even to Mexico, if your passport is not valid for another 6 months. So that's another problem we're running into is Matthew has his passport and it's actually it says good through July or June. June or July. Anyways.
June, I think you said.
Yeah. And we put off getting it because we had cruises planned and we were going to use it, and then we had a time frame where we were going to send off and get it. Well, then cruising shut down and our whole world turned around, and now it's kind of messed up our land travel because of his passport. So we're going to send it in as soon as we get back in the end of January. And then, but we're not sure if we'll have it back by the beginning of March.
Yeah.
So
we want to travel.
So that's playing a part in where we go in March as well.
So we can risk it. I mean, you know what they say, no risk it, no biscuit. So we can risk it and hope that thing gets back to us with expedited shipping. Maybe you can call in some favors at the passport agency. I don't know if you know anybody. If anyone out there can help us out, let us know. Or we just plan on going somewhere where maybe he doesn't need it. Now, there are things where, since Matthew is under 18, he technically doesn't need the passport to fly, right? So that's cool. He can, because he's still a minor.
Not anywhere in the U.S. or that's one reason we were looking at Hawaii. Some other options are St. Thomas, San Juan. So those are on our list.
St. Croix.
Yeah, St. Croix.
U.S. Virgin Islands, stuff like that.
So we may end up in one of those places in March. There's a good chance that it's going to be maybe one of those places.
Yes. So we'll see what happens. But again, make sure that when you're planning these trips, guys, you have to do a lot of research, because you don't want to miss one little thing and have that be the total snag in going where you want to go. And maybe you're the one person who isn't up to speed with all the rules, and maybe you're missing a piece of documents or something like that others happen to have. So you never quite know what you're going to run into. So especially if you're planning to travel with family or friends or anything like that, make sure you do things as simple as possible right now, so that if one person isn't able to go, it doesn't like crush the trip for everybody else and, kind of ruin everything. So it's a tricky deal. It is a tricky deal. But when you're doing the research, once you have all that stuff lined up and you know where you want to go,
and then you got
that's when the hard part comes.
Checking it up until you go, because it changes. I mean, like, there's changes daily, weekly, different places change their
They will. But like I'm saying, listen, I was just saying that once you're done with that and you figure out where you want to go, then the hard part begins, because then you have to figure out where you want to stay. And then you have to start researching resorts and where you want to go to and different things like that. And that could be troublesome as well. Speaking of resorts and where you want to go to, I'm kind of tired of looking at this thing behind us. Here's a very popular destination where a lot of people are going right now. It is Cancun. Watch yourself there. Let people take a look at the beauty of Cancun.
Oh, should I move? Let me turn.
If you're going to move, you got to
my chair.
Just move your head, babe.
Oh.
People want to stay. They want to stay like here. on.
Well, that's right by the
I don't know.
hotel zone there.
They want to stay on that beach, on that beautiful beach with that beautiful water right there in Cancun at one of those amazing resorts. And that's why a lot of people are choosing that right now, because it's a pretty easy process to go there. But there are a ton of different hotels and resorts there. So when you're looking into these things,
Hundreds.
what are some of the what is our process for finding the perfect resort to stay at?
Well, everyone has different things that they are looking at when they pick a resort. You know, some people want all-inclusive, some people don't. Some people want to be close to all the action. Some people want to be out in the middle of nowhere where there is no action and it's quiet.
Well, I feel like if you're a cruiser,
yeah.
if you're into cruising, one thing that you love about cruising is kind of the all-inclusive environment. Now, I know you have to pay for your cocktails on the cruise one way or the other, but, you know, food, you can grab food anywhere you go, virtually 24 hours a day practically.
Well, yeah, if you're a cruiser, you're used to that. So the all-inclusive is usually something most people, I think, go for because they don't want to have to worry about getting their food. They just want it there when they want it.
I am an all-inclusive kind of guy. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
There's no surprises about that.
Yeah.
All right. So when we're starting to research, Sharon, what are we looking? What's the first thing we start checking when we're looking at resorts and stuff like that?
Well, I mean, for us, which is different than other people, but we always look for the things that we're going to be doing when we're there and how close or far they are from those activities or what we plan to do. Mm-hmm. We like room service because we like to be able to order room service if we're at a resort. 24-hour room service if they have it.
Oh yeah.
We want an all-inclusive usually, you know, for the most, yeah.
You want to, we want to be near the beach, but I got to have a pool, a nice pool that I can chill out at.
Yeah. And for us, I know this sounds really stupid, but we always have to have pizza somewhere. If it's not at the resort, we have to have some local pizza places somewhere where we can go and have pizza at some point because that means a lot to Matthew. And when we travel as a family, you have to make everyone in the family happy.
I know it is a little bit tricky, and of course we got to make sure they have a full bar. But one big thing to check out is that if you're going to do an all inclusive, you have to look at different.
Well, some places a heated pool, not everywhere. Some places it's not cold. It's not cold, but there's a lot of places that.
Well, this time of year, if you're going somewhere, it can be pretty chilly.
Yeah, but even in we're looking at Cancun now, for example. Like we're reading a lot of reviews. The pools are freezing right now. They're saying, and they can hardly use the pools because most resorts don't heat the pools. Yeah. But like
especially now when capacity is so low.
But other times of year, like in the summer, fall, or when the weather's been warm, the pools aren't heated, but they're warm because of the time of year, but right now it's just not as warm. So we look for a heated pool if the weather's not at least 85 or above. Probably.
Or maybe a hot tub or a bathtub with hot water. Something like that is fine. God. Either way you want to go. So,
but those are the things we look for.
And when you're looking at all inclusive, keep in mind that there are a lot of places that are all inclusive, but they do have surcharges on things. Like for instance, they'll have good alcohol. But if you want the really good top shelf, they might charge you a little extra. And they may have menus that'll have all kinds of food. But if you want the filet mignon or the surf and the turf, then that's going to upcharge you and charge a little bit. So pay attention to that kind of stuff. And also, a lot of right now, there's so many places that are running it at lower capacity. Some places are anywhere from 30 to 60% capacity, or they'll carry up to 60%, but they're only at 20% right now. And when that happens, a lot of the features and benefits of the resort are not going to be open. So one thing that we've done is we're looking at a lot of reviews that are current. We go to different websites. TripAdvisor is one of our favorites, and we're trying to find current reviews to find out the situation on what's open for restaurants, because there's some resorts that might be a little inexpensive, and you're like, oh, this is a sweet deal. But out of their 5 restaurants they have on site to eat at, like only 2 are open. And during the day, you may only get breakfast buffet for breakfast and lunch, which is the same day in and day out. Now, that's not horrible. You can feed yourself. But if you want to mix it up and you're looking for more of a foodie type of a situation, then those are some of the things that you need to look into and find a place that has the restaurants available. And also reservations are going to be a big deal, because with less restaurants open, you may find yourself having to make reservations in the evening, and you can run into situations where I've seen a lot of reviews are saying that you can only make reservations the same day, and you have to go to the reservation desk, which like opens at 9 a.m. and you literally need to get in line in the morning before you do anything and go make your reservation for the evening.
Yeah.
And make sure you get it documented and you have something that says you have the reservation so you don't get, a curveball thrown at you. So there's a lot of that kind of stuff that usually you wouldn't have to worry about. But right now with traveling, to the resorts and stuff like that, those are things you need to pay a little more attention to.
And another thing is a lot of these, this happens all year round, COVID or not, but one thing is a lot of these resorts are also timeshares for people. So, So a lot of times they will, if you don't, I would ask this when you stay at a resort, because a lot of times they will, if you're staying over a certain day, like sometimes it might be a Wednesday, sometimes it might be a Saturday, but if your stay falls over their day that kind of is their cutoff day for their week, timeshare, they may switch the room on you into another room because they needed that room for a timeshare. So that's something to ask too, to make sure you don't get moved.
Yeah, a lot of the resorts are residences as well.
A lot of times people don't know that, and if you'll read reviews online that say, they were mad because they switched my room midweek, or I was there a couple days and they made me move to a new room and things, and it is in the fine print if you read it, but most people don't read the fine print.
Real quick, Larry Thomas, thank you so much for the super chat. Larry said we had to have a negative test within 72 hours to come back home in Connecticut from our Thanksgiving trip.
Yeah.
We got our first installment of the Perlman vaccine Thursday. Congratulations.
All right.
Nice work,
there,
Larry. Hope you guys are good and happy and healthy and safe and all that good stuff. Glad to hear it. So we're just finding there's a lot of stuff to research if you're going to do a land vacation, especially right now. In normal times, you just see where you want to go and you make sure you got ID to get there, and you pick a winner and you throw a dart at the wall and see which one, see where it lands.
Yeah.
But
you have to be very flexible these days.
Yes, for sure. For sure. You definitely have to have a little fun. So we figured out where we're going to go at the end of January. I think we're working on where we're going to go for March. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if we might just surprise you guys with where we go then too as well. And of course we got a few other things that are in the works, in the making. We are super excited about the thing that we announced last week. It took us a few days to get it up and running, but I think we've got it now. Sharon, do you remember what we announced last week when we were on?
Our no Zoom call.
The hashtag that's right, guys. That's what we got going on. The hashtag no Zoom call is coming up here. We made a post in the Sharon at Sea Cruise Crew. So if you're on Facebook and you're not a member, please join us at the Sharon at Sea Cruise Crew on Facebook. And there is an announcement post on there. If you want to be part of a 1-hour Zoom call-in, and we've teamed up with our friends from over at the Ship Show. We know John will be there. Hopefully, whenever it happens, York will be able to break away and be there as well. They're buddies, but they actually don't live together in that one studio. So, but all you have to do is find the post, comment below, and 3 people, totally from random, will be chosen to join us over there. And their channel will choose 3 people as well. And we're just going to Zoom it up and chat. There's a lot of joking and kidding about that there are Zoom calls and all that, and we always thought it was funny, and we certainly played it up a little, and then we said, you know what, let's make those Zoom calls a reality and make something happen. That sounds fun.
That'll be fun.
So we're going to see who wants to get in on the Zoom calls or not. But like we mentioned it in the post, hey, make sure that you have some decent internet. Of course, we're ones to talk because we're the ones buffering here earlier in the day.
Yeah.
But that'll happen to anybody. But
and I think we posted I think it was in the post, now I can't remember, but we'll probably do it the last Saturday of the month, each month. And we'll be announcing the winners from our channel the Thursday before that Saturday. So,
boy, talk about last minute.
Well, we were going to announce it on our live show the Monday before, but we're not going to be here that Monday. The last Monday of the month, it will be the first time in probably like 2 years that we are not going to be live on Monday night.
Why are we going to be live on a Monday? That's ridiculous.
Because we are going to be in the air flying.
Well, can't we go live from the plane?
I don't think that's going to work.
You don't think that'll play out?
No.
Well, they want to do more buffering than we had earlier tonight.
And since we're not going to go live the last Monday of the month, we're going to go live the last Thursday of the month instead. We're just going to push our Monday night live to Thursday night that week.
Daniel feels is upset. He said you're always live on a Monday.
I know.
I'm sorry, Daniel. Everything's gonna be fine, man. We'll be okay.
We'll go live at some
fine.
point from where we're at before that, and then we'll go live Thursday night and make up for it. So,
There you go.
And we'll announce the winner.
He said do a premiere video on the Monday.
Oh,
Well,
that's an idea.
There
We
is
could
a
put
chance
another
that
video out.
one thing you guys know is wherever we do end up going. Well, we know where we're going to end up, but when you find out where we are, as long as they do have some working internet, which they should,
they better.
we'll definitely come back and say
That's
hi.
another thing of my list of things. Speaking of your list of things to look for, is that was another one of the priorities on our list. Is they need to have internet. And if it's not so much for us, I mean, we like the internet, and we'd probably be like, I don't know, it would be weird if we didn't have it. We
Yeah, I mean, the difference is being able to post a few things and share
it's,
stuff with friends and family, too.
It's mostly for Matthew, because when we're gone, he has to go to school right now. So he'll be going, while we're gone, there'll be a couple days that he's, doing school.
I feel bad for the kid when he has to go to school from the vacation.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it could be worse, I'm sure. Right? It could be worse.
Well, that way, although it makes a good excuse, because let's say hypothetically I have a few too many cocktails the night before, and then I can sit there and say, Sharon, it's okay. I'm just going to stay in the room with Matthew and make sure everything's okay with his internet and with his schooling today. I'll say, so you go out and do a little shopping, you'll have a little bit of fun. You buying that? You're not buying that?
No, that's not going to happen.
All right. You're not buying that. So we thought that we'd throw some stuff out there. If you guys have any questions about traveling, or do you guys have plans to travel? Are you flying anywhere?
Where is
have
everyone
you
going?
traveled?
I
What have you
know
got going
there's
on? Let me catch up with the chat a little
traveling
bit.
out there.
I'm way behind in the chat. We've been rambling on here for 15 minutes. So let's see if we can. I'm going to go back a little bit. Hold on. Don't try to read anything.
I was trying to read some comments.
Don't you dare try to read
I saw
anything.
a few things.
Don't you dare try to read anything. I'm just going to go back a few minutes and see what we can come up to. Let's go back to about 7:40. Paul Addick says, I heat my own space in the pool. That's a great idea. That's very nice of you. Charles Hahn enjoyed the Barrow Star Resort in Cozumel. Very cool. Ruth Todd said, for Cancun, my priorities were all-inclusive. Decent price, swim-up bar, and palapas at the beach. Those are nice. Just something to be over top of you. Something that'll go
Pinot
on.
Game said, Australia pools are awesome now. Oh.
Dylan Seaman said, not buffed here, but buffed from working out. Oh, Dylan. Such a smooth operator. Let's see. Room service and COVID not conducive, says Steve Morales. Well, it is good because if you get the Perlman, at least you know that you have room service. I'll be in Montana in a few weeks. They have hotels with hot springs, really nice. Said Mary Klug. That sounds lovely.
To be honest, I probably wouldn't order much room service now with the whole COVID thing, because that kind of would freak me out a little bit. But I just like to know I have it.
There you go.
I just want to know I have it, just in case.
Watching everyone's cruises from the past, I just can't wait till we can all be together again, said Elisa Garcia. We agree. We totally agree. We had lobster in the buffet, no extra charge at the Rue Palace Peninsula, said Ruth Todd.
Nice.
She's always showing off.
Papa Mozo said pizza is a federal law.
Yeah, you got to have pizza. We
Charles
do.
Hahn said
Anyway.
best pizza in Chicago.
Jim D said, I will splurge for higher end whiskey when on vacation at least once a night. I don't mind, I don't mind spending an extra $3 or $4, but there is a part of me that says, hey, if I'm all inclusive and I'm staying at the all inclusive, I'd like it all to be inclusive. I don't know if I'm asking too much there. All inclusive to me is all inclusive. It's kind of like the drink package. You want to have a drink package where you can just drink as much as you can and
Some of them
and whatever you want, that kind of stuff. Some of them have limits too.
On how much you can drink, and also on the prices.
Yeah,
as well.
You're right about that. So, but I agree with Jim D. I'll spend a little extra money. I know that we spent a little extra once or twice for Matthew, so he can get like a nice cut, steak or something like that. So we don't mind, if it's like $3 or $4 extra. So whatever the case, maybe that just covers their shipping charge. So we'll see what happens. Let's see, what else do we have going on here? Let me catch up with some other comments. The room we had in Cancun had a hot tub in it, said Steve Morales.
Nice.
Steve, that wasn't a hot tub. That was just a bathtub, and you were farting a lot, just so you know. Sharon's rubbing off on Jamie with her knowledge, said Sue O'Connor. Sue, believe me, I just teach her. Don't forget, guys, let it never, ever be lost or forgotten on you that I was the first one to cruise.
Oh my gosh.
Long before Sharon
When you
ever
were
did.
10.
I was 10 years old and I went on a cruise. Long before Sharon ever.
I don't think you learned anything.
She didn't even know how to spell cruise when I was on my first cruise. So, Orange Green wants a resort with really good food and drinks, along with a beachfront balcony. You got to have a nice pool too. Yep. See, that's a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And a lot of them have it, but you just got to make sure they have it all up and running. When are you heading south to the South Pacific? Fiji, Samoa, Tonga, said Big G and Snuggles.
Oh.
Well, once you invite us, or at least once Paul Atta gets there and he invites us, we'll see what happens.
We're supposed to go, not all the way to Fiji, Samoa, and Tonga,
Yes.
but we're supposed to go to Australia in January of 2022. So we'll see how things are going then.
Oh my God, that would be great. See, Ruth said in October all the restaurants at the Rue were open and no reservation required. Well, that was October. That was like light years ago. Things might be a lot different now.
Ago.
Things are very different. I mean, right now there's so many. I have a feeling that things ramped up and things were opening and everything, and more people were going. But now with all of the cases and the spikes and all that, things are kind of crunching back down a little bit. It's a little bit scary.
Yeah, but I think in a couple months they'll ease up again.
Yeah, Joseph Sakudo said, I'm thinking about giving up on cruising till 2022. Not feeling good about it. Maybe it's time to start RVing for a while. I need a drink.
Yeah, a lot of people are doing that too.
Yeah, that's right. Daniel Field says, what is fine
funny.
print? I've never
I
seen
said
this.
something. It was kind of funny. Speaking of RVing, so before we started planning to go somewhere else in March, I was talking to Matthew and I was like, well, we could do a few things, Matthew. We could go here. We could do this. I said, we could even, if we can't go anywhere, we could rent an RV and just like drive somewhere for a week and do some fun things and stuff like that. And he looked at me like I was crazy.
He's like, please, Mom.
I was like, doesn't that sound fun? You want to do that? He's like, no, not really.
Well, we're like, Matthew, it's all the rage. Everyone is RVing now. I mean, don't you want RVing? He's like, yeah, no.
But I think it is fun for adults, but and I think maybe like small kids it is, but I think teenagers, they're at that age where they don't want to be confined to something. They don't have their video games. They don't have their stuff and, the Wi-Fi and all that. So.
Matthew, mentally, he needs big-time stimulation. I mean, obviously, when you take a kid, he's 16. He's been cruising since he was this big, and he's done a lot and seen a lot. So, I mean, yeah, he's definitely spoiled when it comes to travel. So, I mean, you need to be like you could be like, look, Matthew, there's the ruins. They're 100,000 years old. He'd be like, yeah, that's cool, but my Wi-Fi is not working. That's kind of what you get out of it.
He likes that, but he wants to get out and read about stuff and see stuff. And
Sandy McKendrick is here. Sherwood Sinsky, what's going on? Glad to see you, ladies. Chris Finney's here. What's up, Chris? Looks like Nancy is smacking down somebody out there. Good job, Nancy. Tell that person to get on out of here if they're being a little too feisty. You could just do this.
See.
There you go. I don't know if that does anything different. Let's see. Hyatt Ziva Cancun, said Jason Shoemaker. Very nice.
Yeah, that's a nice place.
Thank you, Nancy, for posting the cruise crew. That's very cool. We're getting some good trolls tonight. That's fantastic. I like to see some good troll action. Dave and Brandy's excursion in here. Oh, wait, there are Zoom meetings? Dave and Brandy, hey, listen, we'd love to get you guys on the Zoom meeting. So just holler. Let's see. B. Jeff said, Jamie, you just ruined it for me. They don't live together like perfect strangers. Hold on. I don't know what he's talking about. Charlie Gallo, Mexico is pretty open right now.
Yeah,
it's wide open, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
It is wide open. Paul can't keep up with all the Zoom calls. And that's where Daniel Fields is upset about us not being on a Monday. But it'll be okay. And when we get back, what did you say? We're going to have a special Thursday night edition that week?
We're going to go live Thursday.
Very cool.
Probably be the same time, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific.
Marty said he wants a refund for that Monday not happening. So that's kind of interesting. We can definitely work on that. Let's see.
How about a rain check for Thursday?
Charlie Gallo wants to go to Puerto Vallarta in February, but I read essential travel only. Oh, there's a lot going on. Boy, oh my gosh. Leanne and Nancy are so busy. I wonder if it's the same person just doing it over and over again under different names. That's usually what it is. But don't worry, guys. Pretty soon that person's mother will call them out of the basement to come up and have supper, and everything will be okay, and they'll leave us for a little bit. 1 month from tomorrow, I hit the skies for my February vacation, said Dewey C.
Oh, nice. Where are you going, Dewey?
Dewey, what's on the agenda? What is on
Cancun.
the agenda?
Let's go to Cancun again, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Is there another group of wild and crazy folks going to Cancun in February?
He's going to San Diego February 12th and then to Cancun.
There you go.
Okay. Oh, that'll be nice.
That'll be fantastic. That will be fantastic. The ship show's in the house. What's going on, ship show? Hope the game's going well for you and your team's winning. What is it? There's a big hockey game on tonight? Is that what they're doing? They're playing hockey? I don't know. Gene and Sandy Secco are going to Cabo in April. That's excellent. You will love that. BJFB, we did not get vaccinations. We are not on the list of people to get them.
I can get it, but I chose not to get it yet.
Off. Always showing off.
I'm gonna get it. I'm just gonna give it a little more time and see. But I'll eventually probably get one.
Yes, Edler Multimer, what's going on? Edler, can't wait till we all cruise together. That'll be fantastic. Let's see.
Actually, I think you can go get one now if there's something you can fill out online here in Arizona, and they're going to be giving them out at the Cardinal Stadium.
They are doing that, aren't they? 24-hour vaccinations.
Yeah.
Chris, you can't travel.
Can go get them. You have to fill the thing out. I think it's kind of more like a first come, first serve type thing.
Chris says, can't travel, would have to have a negative test 3 days prior to returning, then quarantine at home for 2 weeks. If I fail to do so, big fine or face jail time. Yes, that can be difficult in some places. It is a little wild and crazy.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
A lot of places are really, really locked down.
It really is. It's a little bit crazy out there. Can't wait for the day we all cruise for sure. Offbeat travel. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably the same lonely person that has nothing better to do than to come in here and make funny comments. Maybe a couple of kids. You never know. My traveling depends on the stock markets at Pia Broderick. Now we're on full lockdown and curfew from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m., said Chris. Oof. That is tough. Chip Show said CRP Films is a bot. I'm still young, so I'm just now starting to do vacation. Not keen on flying yet. I'd rather drive and see the sights at Timothy Menard. Nothing wrong with that. If you can fly to get there, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. Resorts must have heated pool and hot tubs, said Chris Finney. That's a good call.
Yeah, I like the hot tubs too.
Yes, for sure.
Nancy and Leanne. Oh, this is a bot.
I know, that person's being such a tool. I'd like to see you two do Route 66 from Cali to Illinois. Said Liz Breen, the mother hen. What's going on, Liz? Lovely to see you. Hope you and Tegan are doing well.
Yeah, that would be fun. We could do that. Maybe this summer. That sounds like a summer trip when we have a little more time.
There you go. Hammering is a hard job, you're right, Christina V. And there's some nights where the hammer and the nail get to kick back and relax with their feet up. Tonight's a busy night. Shut them down, said Party on the Sea. Shut down those bots. Offbeat, they comment without being there in an effort to gain subs, said the Ship Show. Teens want to get away from you. You're right about that, Daniel. They certainly do. Yeah, Matthew, you guys have hung out with Matthew. He just kind of sits there and veggies out in his own world. You have to love each other to RV together. The in-laws do it for 8 months a year. My wife would kill me in that small of a space, said Kevin Brubaker. That's an excellent point.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that would be hard. The three of us, just constantly in the RV.
Yes.
I mean, we could do it for a little while, but I would go crazy because I like to relax and do things, but then a part of me has to be doing things and busy too. So if I had to just sit and drive for too long without getting out and doing something more active, I would probably go crazy.
My God, there's so many crazy people here tonight, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know what you guys are dealing with. It is out of control.
Can you just delete them? Time them out.
Yeah, you can do some different stuff to them, but I don't know how hard it is. I never pay attention to that. We have two of the best moderators in the business here holding down the fort, but they are earning do they get a paycheck? They don't get a paycheck, do they? They are earning their volunteer work tonight for sure.
Yeah.
That is for
I
sure.
just didn't know if you could just totally delete them.
You can, but then I'd have to go into it, take the name and put it somewhere and do some different stuff. It's New Year troll time. It's not me this time, says Steve Morales. York has hot socks, said question mark. I blame John. He's upset because Ohio State is losing. Ooh, easy. Leanne said something. What are they talking about? That sounds crazy. Yeah, Leanne, just shut them down, kick them out. Whatever you guys have to do next time you see them.
Yeah.
Just kick them on out of here. We'll all gang up and kick their ass if we have to.
Them? Totally block them?
You might be able to. 35-17 Alabama. Ooh, wow. Well, John, it's okay. You're still on a high from your Browns dominating the Steelers last night. Ooh, sorry to mention that. Yeah, see, Jason Schumacher says at least the Browns won. What else do we have? Hello, Charles. I'm well. Thank you. Charles Hahn saying hi to Liz Breen, the mother hen. Hello, mother hen. Nurse Nancy, are you bringing the syringe on the vlogger cruise? Just so you know, the syringe means the one that Nancy does Jello shots out of.
Oh yeah.
Not like we're passing syringes around. We're not that. We like to party, but we're not that crowd. Linda Silver said, "Buy your Mega Millions and Powerball jackpot. Yeah, then you could cruise all you want. That'd be fantastic." I just won the Powerball, not to Dylan. Don't tease us like that. Let's see what else. What
Nancy
else?
said, "Of course, Jello shot. Oh, shots are my thing." Yeah.
They are. She rocks when it comes to Jello shots. The Overload Potato. That's ridiculous names. Oh my gosh. I am so sorry, ladies, that you're having to focus on that so much. But you're doing an amazing job. Have you done Yellowstone? Said JP Travel Adventures.
When I was a kid, but not Jamie. I don't think you have.
They had Yellowstone back then?
Anyways, no, but maybe one day we'll do that.
Leadhead Fishing says, greetings from Florida. What is going on? Leadhead Fishing, my man, Ryan Wilson. Lovely to see you, brother. How are you doing? I've been waiting for Leadhead Fishing to get some more fun, exciting videos out. I think he's still up and running over there. So if you're into fishing and with cool dudes, Leadhead Fishing is the place to go. Go check out the channel. He's got some fun videos, and he might have some more stuff coming out here as he gets towards the end of the pandemic. Is that right, Leadhead Fishing? Can you give us an update on the channel while you're here? What else do we have? There, Leadhead, there's a lot of people getting feisty in the chat tonight. A lot of bots making a lot of inappropriate comments. Sorry you have to be witness to that kind of shenanigans.
Oh, Dewey Ski says he's going to Australia in January of 22 as well.
We'll see.
Oh, what are you cruising there or flying there? And if you're cruising, what ship are you going on?
Good questions.
And when?
Good questions.
Maybe we're going on the same one.
Let's see. What else? Jose Ruiz, what's going on, buddy? Nice to see you. Tegan and Matthew could spend 8 hours together and never talk once. They'd be gaming the whole time. Paul Atta thinks that he says my money's on Sharon surviving the RV trip.
Oh yeah, I would survive it. I would have fun with it. But for a period of time, not. I have to do.
And then be ready. You know what would drive me crazy the whole time? And maybe you people, somebody can relate to this. So whenever we're driving, and I'm driving and Sharon's in the passenger side, I can only imagine what it'd be like in an RV, because when we're just in the car, I just hear things like sounds like, watch out, slow down, careful. It's like she's talking to herself, but she's blurting it out. And like everything I do, she thinks it's about to end up in like a 3-car pileup. Because
you'll see all these cars stopping like pretty quickly, and even the lights in front of us on the brake lights. And all of a sudden, Jamie's like lays on the gas pedal and speeds up. I'm like, what are you doing?
You get I'll just be sitting there and I'll see Sharon makes a motion in her seat like this. And I'm like, what the hell? Settle down. What's the matter with you?
Oh my God. Well, I still get freaked out because with things like that, I've been rear-ended a couple times, and the last time.
Ship Show, did you get that?
My car got completely totaled.
Do you want to say that one more time just for the folks that didn't hear it in the upper deck?
And so that kind of stuff freaks me out sometimes.
Yes. You got rear-ended. I can't believe you said that. How could you do that? How could you do that and give them that kind of ammunition? You know that thing's already being edited right now. What else do we have? I vote for a road trip to Illinois too. Danella Hoffman's all about that Route 66.
Okay.
Is there going to be cruising in 2021? Said Jose. Yes, there is. I just don't know when, but there will be.
Oh.
I know there will be. Let's see how the ladies are doing at the bottom of the chat with these things. Tessa Almond said, I missed the last 45 minutes, but worth it. I was working on travel plans for Destin. See, that sounds like a fun thing. That could definitely go. Yeah. I don't know how the temperature would be. In May, the temperature will be fantastic.
Yeah, we've had Destin on our list for several years, and we still never made it there.
Yes. Daniel Fields, I haven't been to Yellowstone, but I've seen Yellow Snow, but those things are not related. Thank you so much. JP Travel said, you could do Sedona or the Grand Canyon. JP, well, our Sedona still hasn't come out yet. We're dragging feet on that.
Yeah, that'll be
We just did our Grand Canyon videos.
Yeah, our last video for that's gonna be out Wednesday.
Yes.
So we'll be done with those videos from that.
Beach Please, what's going on? Lovely to see you guys tonight. How are you both doing? They said, nice job, mods, with the hammer. Yeah, it's been crazy over here tonight. So often we go, we just kind of cruise through the evening. Yeah, I just said that. But tonight's been a hot mess.
Much trouble.
Yeah, look, we haven't seen anything in a while. Like I said, I knew eventually that whoever was in there making those comments, their mom would yell down to the basement and tell them the dinner's ready and to come upstairs. So Leadhead Fishing says there's more videos coming. That's good, guys. Remember, Leadhead Fishing. Go over there, subscribe to the channel if you're into fishing. That's my buddy. He left me. It's very sad when he left. He moved with his family to Florida. We got to go visit him in Florida. Can we do that? Can we go visit him, do some fishing with Ryan?
Yeah, it's one day. I mean, sometime.
Okay. All right, we'll work on it. We'll work on that, dude. We're working on it. So I'd like to see Montana personally, said Liz Breen, maybe one day. Liz, there's photos on the internet. Just search Google search Montana. You can see everything you want there. God. You can see the whole damn thing if you want. Nothing wrong with that. I do better as a passenger in Danny's 18-wheeler than I do on our own car. I don't doubt that. Sandra Torres, hi, cheers from Puerto Rico. Oh. It's January 2022. Too early to book just right now. No, I say go with it.
Yeah, I think January 2022. Right now, I think that's a pretty safe time to book.
Excellent question. JP Travel Adventure said, Jamie, who are you rooting for now that the Chargers are done this season? So if we can talk a little bit of football just for a moment. We're right into the playoffs. As the Chargers were eliminated and our coach was fired, as I get ready for a new coach for next year, it's going to be a great, great year. I did jump on board quickly with the Colts and our old dear quarterback, Phillip Rivers. I have followed Phillip Rivers for the last 15 years, so I was hoping he might, do well and maybe get himself a championship. That did not happen thanks to the Bills. So I don't know. I mean, I could jump on board with my buddy John and root for the Browns. Is that something?
Yeah, you should always support your friends.
Mm-hmm. I always like to see Drew Brees go well, as Drew Brees is also an ex-Charger. Mm-hmm. So I love to see that happen. I don't know. So we'll see what plays out. So maybe I'm going to go with the Browns for the rest of the season and see what happens. I love a good underdog story. I love an underdog. Let's see, what else do we have? Let's get caught up a little bit. We're praying our trip to Scotland in July still goes ahead. We hope so, Sharon. We hope so.
What's that?
Watch your video for the Breakaway Theater. JP Travels, I think that was the one, not the Breakaway Theater. It was a different theater because I saw you comment.
In 2022.
Yes.
Scotland. Yeah. That's got to be a for sure thing.
When brake lights come on in front of you, you should at least be removing your foot from the gas pedal.
That's what I'm saying. Not pushing it more.
It's like if you've ever done any NASCAR racing, like I have, when there's an accident ahead, you accelerate into the accident because whatever's ahead of you, by the time you get there, will move out of the way. Okay, if you've watched Days of Thunder, we'll tell you that. So you drive right into the smoke, and you come out clear the other side. If you slow down or if you swerve, that's when you're going to hit somebody else. So you drive right at the accident because by the time you get there, the cars will have moved out of the way. Yeah. That's how you do it.
That's why I like to fly and I don't really like to drive, like on vacation, because driving stresses me out more. I think you're more likely to get in an accident driving than flying. I'd rather just hop on a plane and fly somewhere.
Yeah, Ken Brubaker said it. You can drive around those wrecks, Cole. Jose, I don't know if the vaccination won't be a requirement to return to cruising, but we'll see what happens. Yeah. We will see what happens.
Because, the kids aren't going to be able to be vaccinated either. So, I don't know about that.
That's an excellent point. You brought that up a few times. Your insight is so unbelievable.
So we'll see.
Kevin Perez is freezing his butt off. It's 45 degrees in Pensacola, Florida. I'm sorry to hear that. I am sorry. Daniel Fields says Sedona is great. It is lovely. We want to go back up there. We had a quick trip through there, and we want to go back up there and spend a whole day. Let's see. What else do we have going on? When do you think that the new port for Royal Caribbean in Galveston will start, said Linda Stover.
Very well said. My wife does the same thing when I'm driving.
Listen, this is a great question. You might have some insight. When do you think the new port for Royal Caribbean in Galveston will start? I don't know. I don't know because that whole thing got scrapped, so to speak, when this whole pandemic hit.
About that a few weeks back, and now I can't remember what it was because I wasn't I kind of glanced at it, but at the time my mind was elsewhere and I didn't really get it. But I'll have to look that up, and next week I'll mention that if I have any news on that.
There you go. Are we planning any group vacations for 2021? Jose, yeah, we got the Mardi Gras May 29th. We got the group cruise with... I
think he's talking about maybe land group vacations.
Why would you think that?
I don't know why.
All right. Well, we're not planning any group land vacations, but we have some group cruises lined up that we hope will go on.
Because we talk about the group cruises all the time, and we don't.
Well, some people, Jose might be a little newer. He might just be catching up on that stuff, Sharon.
Oh. Well, we may go somewhere. I just don't know when, because everything's a little crazy right now. We keep thinking about planning a land-based kind of group get together somewhere, and but I don't know. We'll just see how things go in the next couple months.
Guys, do me a favor. I know that Wilma DeQuiffy just joined the chat, but let's not encourage her, please. Okay, let's not encourage Wilma. Everyone's excited that Wilma DeQuiffy's here. It's a French name, DeQuiffy. So I think it's a wife thing. They all do that to Gary Havens. Thank you, Gary. You're probably right about that. I'm gonna have to hold on. I'm gonna have to time out that person too, that Wilma person. How long is the carnival reduced deposit going on for, or did I hear it wrong? It's a crazy cat traveler. What do you know about that?
It is through the 13th. So it's today, this is the 11th. So through Wednesday.
Yes.
I think Wednesday, or was it the 12th? Oh. Now I think it's through. It was Wednesday.
Krista Hall wants to know: can't they just move the panorama from Long Beach to Seattle for the Mexican Riviera cruise? That we can go since California will never reopen. Krista, I'm not sure Seattle's going to be opening any sooner than California. Yeah. I don't know that anything on the West Coast is going to be open for a little bit of time. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That is for sure. Sorry, Daniel Field said, "Don't curse the Browns, Jamie." My bad. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm hoping that. At least the second, I'm not even sure that the beginning of Alaska season is going to start. I'm hoping that at least at some point midway through that it starts, but I'm hearing a lot of negative things towards the beginning of Alaska season right now, which is kind of sad.
Oof, that's a bad deal.
So I hope that it's not true.
Yeah, see, people know what I'm talking about. They saw Days of Thunder. They know how that works. Let's see. Tesla Mon said, I'm usually positive, but I'm beginning to think January 2023 is going to be my next cruise. Planning the beach weekend.
Oh, no, we have.
Oh, my gosh,
we're
please.
We're going to cruise before then, Tess.
Daniel Fields is worried about his Rams falling to Green Bay. That's going to be a tough game for your brother. I'm not going to lie. Let's see. A little more talk about the panorama. Michelle Staten said, if I can travel a 5,000-mile trip with my husband, anybody can. Before cruising, we used to do long road trips. Oh. We had lots of fun. Might have to go back to it if cruising doesn't open up soon. We could travel a long time. When's the last time we had a long road trip? When we drove from New Jersey? That time?
Yeah, New Jersey to Phoenix.
Oh my God, I was ready to kill you. Oh my God, that's good. That's because your back was out that trip.
Oh my God, that was.
Do you remember that?
That was the time I hurt my back. I hurt my back.
You didn't hurt your back. It just went out.
No, I hurt it because we were doing all this stuff. And so it had gone out.
I think it was mental. You did it because we had a lot of work to do in New Jersey and you didn't want to do any of it. So you're like, oh, my back. I can't do anything.
Anyways, yeah, that was a horrible ride because we sitting and stuff. But it was fun. It was fun. We went through all these different places. Different states and stuff, but
fun. I don't know if fun would be the word I would use.
Well, maybe not fun.
Kevin Perez says, "I came in late. Where's that background?" Oh, Kevin, that background is Cancun, since that is such a hot thing. But in order to go to Cancun, what do you have to do? You have to fly there, and then hopefully when you're flying, you get some beautiful views. This is a view when you're flying into Cabo San Lucas. That's very nice. That is very nice indeed.
My favorite one you have up there tonight.
My favorite one. Really I do have one. This is Sharon's favorite.
Well, it's just the ones you have. I like. This
if we could go there tomorrow, would you go there tomorrow?
Of course.
This place you did love this place.
Yeah.
This is if you want to, we could go there.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was such a nice place right there.
That was just so relaxing, that place.
That is St. Thomas right there. What is it called?
Secret Harbor.
Secret Harbor Bay at Secret Harbor Beach. It's not a secret anymore because we made a blog that showed how funny it was, or how great it was. Let's see. Funny story. Crazy cat traveler went to Sydney. Every time I said I was from Seattle, the locals would say sorry about the Seahawks. Ooh, that would hurt traveling that far and getting dogged about your team. What else? Ken Brubaker believes in his heart that cruising will start soon. David Brandy's excursion said it is a total troll night.
Yeah.
I want to thank Nancy and Leanne for doing an amazing job in getting those trolls and keeping them at bay.
Yeah, I can't remember when we had.
I've never seen
like
this
that.
many, and it's probably like I said, it's the same person. They're just a loser. They ran out of. Never mind. I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. I trust the pilots above and beyond for getting me to my destination safely, said Ruth. That's good. We do too. Aim for the smoke and hammer downs. Thank you, Steve. You're so right. I believe NCL port in Miami is ready. Daniel Fields, that's great news. We love to hear that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I like to do a pre and a post when I cruise, so I'm not in a rush. I live in Florida. I usually stay in hotels that have the park and cruise deal. That's a smart move.
Yeah. A lot of people do. Yeah, that's nice.
We've talked about, everyone's moved to Florida. Gosh, I feel Tony and Jenny moved to Florida, and then immediately the freaking pandemic struck, and it was like, oh,
it
gosh.
seems like over the last couple of years, so many people have moved to Florida. And then it's like I feel bad because as soon as a lot of people seem to move there, then all of this happened, and a lot of people moved there because to be close to the cruise ports.
Yes.
So.
Oh my gosh, there are even more people. Nancy's even crushing Wilma Dick. Is Wilma Dick kind of mean and getting lippy? They're gonna have to get in trouble. Anyone that gets out of line, Nancy and Leanne are gonna hammer them. They don't know what they're getting into. When they come in here, they think, let's go into this live stream and start messing around. They don't even know what they're up against. These ladies will kick their ass. Another football meetup, perhaps a Super Bowl party, said Jose Lara. It's not a bad deal.
When is the Super Bowl? It's the first week of February? Or this year?
I'm not sure.
Like the 6th, 7th?
Well, as soon as my chargers are out of it, I don't pay attention to it anymore.
Oh my God.
We can ask John, if John from the Ship Show, if you're here, John, what was that cruise you were going to be on? That Super Bowl cruise you were going to be on that got canceled?
That was the 6th or 7th.
Oh, was that too soon? That was a stab in his back. I'm sorry.
That was like the 6th or 7th, I think.
I'm sorry about that.
Whatever that weekend, that Sunday of that weekend.
I just want to get out of Buffalo, said Amy Franzak. Jamie, ships turn towards each other for that reason, said AA. Hold on, what reason? I forget what the reason was, but still. Yes, Jose, you might have to settle for land vacation, but there's nothing wrong with a good land vacation. Yeah. Nothing wrong with it at all.
No, we're putting a big focus on some land vacations here over the next year.
Yes. Don't worry, Kevin. It looks like Michael Beanflips got taken care of there. I'm going to have to go back and find these names, and I don't know what that does or if that does anything else.
Let's see.
Every time Sharon or Jamie says land-based, drink up. Oh, that could be a new game we could play tonight. That'd be fantastic. Vegas, #Vegas 2021 to Garrett Labelson.
There's a good chance we'll be in Vegas at some point in 2021.
I think we could do it again.
I think we will.
I think we could do it again. Yes, it must have been a slow Monday for these idiots. You're right about that, Leanne. Did Jimmy pull your back out? Really creative travel. Plain, you're so fresh. No, it's well, I was gonna say it's a funny story. My mom had passed away, right? And my dad had already passed away. So my mom passed away, and within a week we had to take everything that was in New Jersey and get rid of it or pack it up and take it back here to Arizona. And we had to we rented a truck, like a U-Haul, and then I towed a car behind it, and it was just crazy. And right in the middle of all of the work, Sharon throws her back out.
I think it was just from all the lifting and
it was
whatever,
crazy.
just
yes.
the work, yeah.
So no, Blaine, it was not for any fun reason at all. It was strictly a nightmare. To be
that
honest
was
with
years ago, though.
It was crazy. I'm going to Vegas on January 20th for 3 nights without Dan to meet a best cruising friend from New York City, said Nancy Fields.
Wow.
Whoa, Daniel, are you okay with letting that happen? You're going to let that lovely wife of yours be tooling around with her buddy in Vegas? I mean, I would trust her without an issue, but I mean, the vultures out there will be like, something tells me there was a parking deck involved in this trip, said Marty. Boy, nobody. You make one comment on a live stream, on a Love and Marriage Show live stream, and nobody can ever let you live it down, huh? I'm starting to feel nervous about my July Alaska cruise, said Dewey. I don't know, man. That can be tricky.
July, hopefully it'll be okay. I mean, it's not right at the beginning of Alaska season, so.
Are back-to-back cruises not allowed? I don't see why a back-to-back wouldn't be allowed.
You know, there's a lot of things going on out there about the back-to-back, and it depends on, I guess, the cruise line, who you talk to. I actually got someone today that is booked on a back-to-back on the Mardi Gras, and coming up in May, actually. So, and I inquired about that again, just to make sure that they are allowing it. And they said, as of now, there is no actual restriction on back-to-backs.
Yeah, because your
With
cruise
Carnival.
is ending and beginning again.
Well, with Carnival. That was with Carnival. So now, for a while there, some people were having issues. They said booking back-to-backs that I heard. I don't know. I've never had a problem booking anyone on a back-to-back.
Yeah.
And I did call and, had things moved around, money moved around to people on back-to-backs and things, so without an issue. So.
You've been crushing it lately, by the way. I hear you working the
But
phones
I don't
and everything.
know. Who knows? Maybe one will get canceled later or something. I don't know. But
Can I just take a moment to remind everyone that as cruising resumes and as you want to make your cruising and your travel plans, guys, there's only one person you need to pick up the phone and contact. Or pick up your computer or your phone and contact them via email. sharonatsea@gmail.com. That's right, sharonatsea@gmail.com. You email Sharon and you're going to get a call back from who? Who calls back? Does one of your associates call back? Does one of your staff call back?
I need
Does a
some
helper
staff.
does a helper call back?
That's me.
You're the one that calls back. You're going to hear that voice. The lovely voice of Sharon from Sharon at Sea Travel is going to call you back and go, "Hello, Sharon from Sharon at Sea Travel. How can I help you?" And it's going to be an amazing experience. So
I told Matthew,
make sure to contact
I'm going to
Sharon,
hire
please.
him soon to help me with things because,
He needs to do your book work.
yeah, well, some things.
The ship show said Wilma gets a bad rap, but I kind of like her. You know what? The ship show, there's a lot of bad raps. I mean, the names are. I mean, if the name is Perlman, if the name is Wilma, it just gets a bad rap. I don't know what to tell you. Let's see. What else do we have? Nancy Fields is then going back on February 7th to Vegas for the Super Bowl with Dan. And
wow.
to see some family. That is lovely. Very nice. Very nice. Liz Breen, have a great, great night. We love you. Thanks for joining us.
Good
We'll
night,
see you
Liz.
Wednesday on the Ship Show live show for sure. And thanks for being here. Been there, done that. Back pain sucks. Yes, it does. I've been there too. A little sciatic nerve every once in a while. Vegas is on the list for 2021, said Orange Green. Yeah, we definitely need to do a little Vegas run.
Yeah.
Again. And TX for Pizza said, okay, back, had to reboot. Everything was buffering. We were buffering early in the night, and I don't know what caused it. Unless it was just something with our internet in general, because I'm not trying to brag, but we don't get a lot of buffering around here. Not a lot of Jimmy buffering, not a lot of buffering as well. Canada is nowhere near accepting cruise ships. In some parts, we cannot leave our homes for one-third of the day.
Yeah.
Else we get a fine. I can't even buy snow clothes because the stores are closed. Steph K, we're sorry to hear that. We hope things loosen up a little bit, and safety is on the horizon for you guys.
It's bad there. Yeah.
Poor Wilma just messaged me. She doesn't understand. Oh, she understands perfectly well. She totally understands. Let's see. What else do we have? Sharon, was there anything else? In the next few weeks, by the end of January, we will be traveling to an undisclosed destination that we are very excited to take you guys to. We are in the midst of finalizing plans for spring break. After that, we're going to hopefully have our first cruise of the year. We'll see what happens on the Mardi Gras. And by then, things will be opening wide and everything will be getting better as the vaccine covers the country. And that'll be good news. So we'll see.
And we haven't made our summer plans yet. So hopefully we're going to have some, I don't know, maybe there'll be a short cruise in there for cruising again in the summer. But we're going to plan another land-based vacation, I think, in the summer.
Daniel Field says, Jamie, it's a midweek thing. I'm working. She will survive. I don't doubt that she'll survive, Daniel. That's not the question. But, I mean, you know. I mean, listen, you don't take a piece of filet mignon, drop it in the middle of a carnivore convention, and just keep your fingers crossed, if you know what I'm saying. Let's see. We got sunshine at the end of May. I got sunshine at the end of May. Eric Anderson, I hope you got sunshine at the end of May. Destin resorts are nice. I've stayed there before near the Destin Commons. Kevin Perez is saying that. We looked at Destin once.
Well,
and if it was summertime and a little warmer, we might be down with something like that.
Yeah, we were thinking about going years ago, and we always talk about I don't know, it comes up in the conversation once in a while when we think about going, but it just never pans out because we have other things usually that we're doing. But
Stephen Ames says, "Go Tom Brady." What's up, Stephen Ames? I don't know if I can get on board with that Tom Brady. I'm a little over Tom. He definitely won the divorce between him and Belichick, so we'll give him that much. Scott Rowley, what's going on? Lovely to see you.
Julie Renee said, Sharon, can you get a refund for Carnival June cruise before they cancel it or reschedule it with no charge? We were supposed to be on the horizon in June. You can't get a refund if they haven't canceled it yet, but you can change your ship and sail date. They won't cancel it and rebook. Is what you do is you just have them change the ship and sail date, and then this booking number stays the same. All that stays the same. They just adjust the price to whatever that new booking is.
Yes. Excellent information, Sharon. That's why you're the bomb.com. Sharon has booked over 1,000 cruises. Do you guys know that? Over 1,000. Is that accurate? Am I making that up, or is that a true statement?
Well, way more than 1,000.
Way more than 1,000. There you go.
Probably 10,
okay.
Probably 10,000.
That's right. Well, Sharon, you are so humble that you don't brag as much as you should about the amazing job you do with people and taking care of their cruising needs. So I have to do it for you.
I enjoy it.
Bruce Poban said, I have 3 back-to-backs on MSC, September and October, 3 nights, 7 night, and a night. See, you can back-to-back. You can still do it.
Yeah. And actually, on Norwegian, they have not canceled their longer cruises yet, like the over 7 days. Because I have some people on some longer cruises, and they're still a go right now.
There you go. America's Travel Agent, people are referring to you as.
We'll see.
Guys,
we'll
it's
see. That
North.
doesn't mean it's going to happen, but right now they're.
Sharon used to be America's Travel Agent, and then one day she got a letter that said they wanted to invite her to be North America's Travel Agent. So she's currently North America's Travel Agent right now. Just a friendly reminder. Group weekend in Nashville, said Tess always pushing for that Nashville get together.
We had thought about it, but with the way things are right now and just everyone traveling, it's kind of on the back burner right now. Possibly maybe a Vegas thing or something like that, but I don't know if Nashville's going to happen now, at least not in the spring like we kind of were hoping. So it's not that it won't ever happen. Maybe we'll just push it out. Because it does sound like a lot of fun.
Cavi Cruises said, what are the chances of CDC dropping the required quarantine after cruising before November? Well, Cavi Cruiser, I am not familiar with any required quarantine because I don't know that the CDC has any true rules in place right now unless it's a recommendation, because what they do is they recommend a lot of different things, but the CDC can't really set rules. I mean, that's stuff that your states and your federal government are going to put into place.
Yeah, I don't know.
In my opinion, to my knowledge.
If the quarantine is from the state you live in, I'm not sure what.
Yes, like the CDC makes recommendations. Like for me at my work, when I ask them about stuff like, hey, I'm going to travel and what do I need to worry about? They say, we just are doing whatever the CDC recommendation is at the time. So right now it's social distancing, it's mask wearing, it's contact tracing. If someone gets sick, you're looking at where did you spend more than 15 minutes in close quarters on mask with this person, stuff like that.
There are some states that, they want you to quarantine after you travel now too. So it just depends on where you live, I think.
Nautical Nurse Nancy said I had an Aunt Wilma, but she did not have the same last name.
Let's hope not.
Well, she didn't have the name DeQuife because it's Wilma DeQuife is the one you're seeing in the chat a little bit. Nancy, you have a trip coming up shortly, and do you want to disclose any of that information here live on the show tonight? Are you saving all the information for your Tuesday night show? And as a reminder, guys, if you don't know about this, Nautical Nurse Nancy, her channel's blowing up. She's doing an amazing job with her vlogs coming out. And of course, every Tuesday night, right after Lalito Loca's show, she goes live at 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific, if I'm not mistaken. So make sure that you go check out Nancy. If you're looking for an amazing personality, one of the sweetest women you could ever imagine. She's fun. She has a blast. Her awesome husband, Anthony, is there with her most of the time. It's like watching the two of them is like Abbott and Costello, because Nancy is hysterical and will crack you up, and Anthony is like the straight man who always throws in the comedy, the funny punchlines and all that kind of stuff, and it's just great watching. We never miss a show as often. Well, have we ever missed a show?
I don't think so.
Usually one of us is there, if not both of us. More often than anything, it's both of us. So make sure you go check out Nancy on Tuesday nights, please, on her live show. And if you haven't already subscribed over there, well, then you're just missing out. So get with the program and get it together. Leanne said Sharon's an amazing travel agent. She will take the time to make sure your plans are perfect and your trip is amazing. Contact her at sharonatsea@gmail.com.
Thank you, Leanne.
Nice job. These ladies, not only have they busted their ass crushing the robots, the mean and nasty people in the chat, but now they're coming out back and promoting you. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
A trip, Ashley. Oh,
What are you reading there?
okay. Ashley Moy.
I love when Sharon reads a comment and then like she's not sure what she's about to read and she just starts stumbling through it.
Well, it's just weird. She got a little when I called her to book.
Ashley Moy said, I might have geeked out a little when Sharon called for our info to book the vlogger extravaganza trip.
Oh my God.
Sharon, is there anything?
I love talking to people. That's one of the reasons I love being a travel agent. It's fun to talk to people, to plan their trips, to talk to them about land vacations, cruises, places to go, things to do. I mean, it's just fun talking about things, sharing things with them. So
Steve Morales, aka Steve Gonzalez, said Sharon is a hell of a travel agent and her strawberry jam rocks.
Thanks, Steve.
Yes, Steve.
Sorry you're
Steve,
out.
was it you or Ruth that finished it the other day? Yeah, Sharon just had some samples. Sharon's like a drug dealer. If she sends you the jam, she just gives you a little bit. She makes you want more. And pretty soon, coming soon, guys, in late 2021, is going to be our new adventure, Sharon's Jam. And she's going to be selling that online at multiple distributors.
Oh my God.
We're just trying to get some health department clearances. We need to get our kitchen checked and make sure that it's sanitary.
Oh my God.
And then we'll be good to go. So that's going to be coming soon to a grocery store near you. Sharon's Jam. Sharon at Sea Travels Jam.
Oh, gosh.
It must be jelly because it don't shake like jam. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what that term is. Never mind. Antonia Penix would love to be your assistant. Very nice. Sharon is.
I may need an assistant soon.
Marty Wise says Sharon is the Wise family travel agent. That's good. You know what? Can we do that, guys? If you've used Sharon for your travel assistance, please say something. Give her some props right now. Just say we recommend Sharon. We use Sharon. Let the people at home know that this is a real thing. We're not just making this up. We didn't just start last Thursday. She's actually a real, honest to goodness travel agent. Say something in the chat. I want to make her feel good about herself. And then when we get done, she'll be like, I can't believe you did that. Why are you embarrassing me like that? I love to embarrass Sharon.
Well, you can always go on Facebook at Sharon at Sea Travel, on Facebook, on our page, Sharon at Sea Travel page, and leave a review there.
There you go. Thank you. You guys are great. Sharon's a very classy lady and love your old cruise videos. Thank you very much for that, Jose.
Thank you.
Very nice comment. I wish I could say the rest of it, but my chat jumped and I lost it.
You moved it on yourself?
I did. I messed myself up there. I lost the whole damn thing. Lost the whole thing. Well, hold on. Steph K was timed out Nancy. Steph K is not usually someone that gets timed out unless it's a different Steph K. Maybe it could have been. And Tess Almond retracted her own message. It must have been a little bit feisty.
Lasia Christian says, I'll be calling you to book my land vacation if our honeymoon cruise gets canceled. Okay. I hope it doesn't get canceled on you, though, but I'll help you book the perfect honeymoon.
Lasia L. Christian, what's going on? She was one of our she was our Halloween contest winner.
Yeah.
Dressed as Mario, if I'm not mistaken. Outstanding. Lovely to see you. David May just came in yelling Canada. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Poor Sharon, said Lindy Lou. I ate the last of Sharon's jam, said Ruth Todd. Doug and Nikki are here. What's going on, Doug and Nikki? Lovely to see you guys. Thank you. They had us involved in a nice little video talking about our favorite places to eat in specialty restaurants. So make sure you go check out Doug and Nikki's channel and look for the video about the specialty restaurants. And you'll see Sharon in that video. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed? Doodles McShipshow is here? Oh my God, is Doodles McShipshow in the house? That is fantastic. I love when Doodles gets here. What's up, Doodles? You guys watching the game? How's it going over there? How's John doing? Is he okay? Does he need a hug? Give us an update. Woohoo Girl definitely uses Sharon, America's travel agent.
Yeah.
David May is from Cape Breton Island, Nova Scotia. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
Tess Almont said, I'll be the assistant. I'm a great travel planner. Just ask all my friends and family. Seriously. The job doesn't pay, though. It's a volunteer, strictly volunteer thing. Sharon's amazing. I'm glad to have met you guys in real life as well. Dylan Seaman, that's lovely of you to say. Like, poor Sharon doesn't have enough to do now. Now she has to make her jam. Oh, you're right, Lindy Lou. Thanks for thinking of her. Lisa says, I booked with Sharon. Quick response. Super sweet. Got us exactly what we needed. Yes. Sharon's been amazing to deal with. Just get Matthew to can the jam for everyone. To Daniel Fields.
Oh my gosh. I don't know how he would do with the jam.
Vivian Murdoch said, Sharon booked 2 of my cruises. Working on land part. Love her.
Thanks,
Very
Vivian.
nice.
I am working on that, Vivian.
Steve Morales remembers he woke up that morning and there was no jam and toast. Sorry about that. Carla McGlendon giving you thumbs up. Garrett Label says Sharon be jamming. Michelle Staten said, I don't ever deal with Sharon personally, but she always does an excellent job. She meets my husband's expectations, which are very high, so she has to be awesome.
Well, thanks, Michelle.
We can't wait to meet you, Christina V. I have. She rocks at Rhonda Carney. Very nice. Sharon's the best. Sharon is the best. Very nice. Doug and Nikki said they'll see you both. Yeah, but Doug and Nikki, I am not anyone that you want to promote, so just say Sharon's, and then they'll see me and they'll be like, oh, Jesus, he's there too, but let them focus on Sharon. That's why they're there. Gosh. I realize that I am not. I'm just here to work the mouse. So, oh my God, Joe Biden's was in the chat tonight. Holy cow! Did you? Yeah, I had no idea Joe Biden's was stopping by. I didn't know there was an S at the end of his name. I thought it was just Biden, though.
Yeah.
Well, I can't believe that. I can't believe that the ladies they had to hammer Joe Biden's. I'm sure he had some great things to share with the cruise crew. Maybe some of his plans. I don't know. We're on the July 22 Iceland, London, Norway SAST cruise. Hope to see more of you there. Daniel Fields, I think you're going to see a lot of us on that cruise.
Yeah, that
a lot.
cruise is going to be amazing.
At the end of that cruise, Daniel will be looking at Nancy going, I think we're done with these guys. I think we spent enough time with them, haven't we? Thank you, Gene and Sandy Secco, giving you love. Dewey Ski, giving you love. Book the October Bermuda cruise with Sharon. Maybe emailing her tonight for more. Very nice. Hi, Doodles, my friends, and I may go to the new casino Circa, said Nancy Fields. Very nice. Doodles' name is out there, but I don't see him. Dave and Brandy saying hammer. Thank you, Dave and Brandy. We appreciate that. Hammer time.
Oh, my gosh.
I need no pay to be Sharon's assistant, just room and board, said Lindy Lou.
Oh, Lindy Lou. You're welcome.
Kevin Brubaker says, I wonder if that's a troll. I'm sure it's the real Joe Biden's. If his name is it's not Joe Biden, but it's Joe Biden's. It's close enough, isn't it? Thank you, Alfred Inglesby.
Thank you.
Very nice things to say. Sharon, it's getting a little late in the evening. It's 8:40.
It is.
Yeah, I know that you said you have to check up on your son's homework. He has been overloaded. The new what is it called when they get to the new
semester?
Semester. Thank you so much. I wouldn't know. I'm not that good with school.
Oh,
semester,
my God.
the new year. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got they did something different since it was online at the beginning of the year. So they had 6 classes a semester, and instead of doing all 6 the whole time, they broke it down. So they did accelerated 3 classes. They did the whole semester in a quarter, and then the other 3 a whole semester in a quarter. So now this semester they went back to, all 6 classes online every day. So his geometry class, this teacher just gives so much homework. Like he has this assignment in class.
I hate homework. Get over it.
Assignment, and then you have 30 more questions, geometry questions, more homework to do, and that's like a daily thing. Like geometry is like, I don't know why, but his geometry class is out of control with homework. I know it's ridiculous.
Listen, I'm sorry.
And that's just one class.
There's no chance that his math teacher's here tonight, right? Watching the show. No. Can I just say a few things? What's with the math teachers? Huh? If you can't, teach the kids what they need to learn in the class. I don't need my kid to have to do 2.5 freaking hours of homework at night, okay? How angry are you that you have to give them that kind of homework?
I know. But
did you want to be a gym teacher, but you weren't athletic enough, so then you had to use your brain and be a math teacher? It's an outrage.
Well, and
who gets punished for it? We get punished, okay?
It wouldn't be so bad, I don't think. If he was out going to school and then he came home and had some homework, it wouldn't maybe be as bad. But when they're sitting on their computer all day, at the same spot, and then after school, now he's still sitting there doing work, like that's unbelievable. That's like, what? He's been there for 12 hours. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, he's gotten up here and there and stuff, but sitting there doing this work. So
Yeah.
that's crazy. Crazy.
And it's all stuff you're never going to use. And if you do use it, then learn it again later.
Learn it again later.
Like when you decide that's what you want to do.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
You know?
But that class just gives them a lot of homework. Because other classes, there's not as much homework. There's
Listen, I never dealt with math too well, but I mean, I handle profit and loss statements, and I can look at numbers and percentages and profit lines, and I can figure that stuff out. So come on. Take it easy on the kids. They're only kids once.
Oh my God.
Stop taking your personal anger out on the children. That's what I say. That's what I say. Kim Brubaker said, I never thought I would use trigonometry, and then I became a tool and die maker. Well, but when you became the tool and die maker, didn't you revisit the trigonometry? So did you really need the 4 hours of homework a night, or could you just done a little bit in school
Well,
and go from there?
I mean, he's caught on to the geometry. He doesn't really need help. He's pretty good at it, and because geometry is not really my thing either. I was always good at algebra, but geometry, I don't know, my brain didn't work that way or something. I just never cared for geometry, so I wasn't as good at it.
Jim and Annette Tallman have a great night. How is Matthew's driving going? We did some driving. Charles, we did some driving a couple days back, and I took Matthew out, and we drove into an area, you know, like when the kid doesn't drive much, every time we get in the truck, I feel like he needs to kind of like get used to it again. So I go to a place where there's really no one around, just to get used to the vehicle moving and turning and, you know, gas and brake and, you know, moving your foot back and forth and knowing what the vehicle will do. You know, I take him out in the tundra, so I think he digs that. And then I took him, we drove down the road, a couple miles down the road, and then we pulled over and we switched places. And then I said, okay, you're driving home. And he looked at me and he was like this. He was like, huh? And I was like, yeah, man. I said, you're driving home. He's like, I can't drive. I can't do that. I said, why? I said, listen, go out here, make a right. It's almost a straight shot, a long drive, but almost a straight shot all the way home. And he was very intimidated. He was scared, to be honest with you. And I said, you can do it. I'm right here. I'm right here. And I said, don't worry. If anything happens, I have insurance. We won't be going fast enough to get physically injured. So if you hit anything, we're insured. Everything's fine.
I'm glad I was not in the car. I would have been freaking out.
And you know what? And he got us home safe, and he enjoyed it, and he felt great about himself when he did. So, you know, I pushed him a little, and he responded fantastic. I was so proud of him. It was a great moment. It's some of those father-son moments. And he kept saying to me, he goes, but Dad, you're not allowed to be drinking that beer while I'm driving. I said, don't worry, you're driving.
Drinking.
Everything's fine. You're not drinking. I am. You're not even old enough to drink.
Oh my gosh, Jamie.
It worked out great for everybody.
Amy Franzak said, a teacher told my son that their class is 1 year behind their auto tech classes because of the remote learning. Yeah, I'm worried about, you know, as they take tests and things coming up and how they're going to do.
Yes.
I think all the kids are going to be behind.
They're way behind. Yes, that's right. Teague Neal said the schools are not holy grail. That's right. The world needs ditch diggers too. I'll tell you, some of the most successful people out there are people who went in a different direction to create and you know, use ingenuity and do different things. So there you have it. School. If there's something that you want to focus on that you need particular education for, then by all means do what you have to do. But if it's, you know, I don't know, all the homeworks is just a big pain in the ass for everybody. That's all I'm saying. If you can't learn it, like I say at work, I say to somebody, I say, you have 40 hours in a week to get your work done. If you can't get your work done in 40 hours, then maybe you're not the right one for the job. So you have a certain amount of time to teach my kid what he needs to learn, and if you can't get the thought across, if you can't get your point across in that amount of time, then maybe you should be doing something different. I don't need 2 hours of homework at night. If what you're teaching needs 2 extra hours of practice after school, then we shouldn't be worrying about that right now. We should be doing different things.
I'm sure it's hard for everyone, the teachers too, just with having.
I know. I'm going to get some nasty grams.
Attention and things like that.
There's teachers out there that are probably jumping out of the chat right now. They're like, this guy is a jerk. I don't like him. I understand totally. See, look, 200. We're 187 people. Plenty of people have left, probably because of I got up on my soapbox. But I'm just saying, it's a lot of homework, and we don't need that. Not now. We need family. We need bonding. We need love. Kids need love. They don't need math.
Oh, my goodness.
What have we learned tonight? Garrett Labelson out of the gate says, I learned that Matthew's teachers suck. Okay, guys, we're wrapping up the night. It's been a great night. It's 8:47. 1 hour and 47 minutes. He has some good
teachers. Actually, his geometry teacher is probably one of the better. He is a very attentive, I guess, teacher. It's just, I think he gives them too much homework, though. I feel like he thinks that. Well, no, I feel like that Matthew spends so much time on geometry that it takes away from his other classes, and some of his other classes he's really interested in a lot, and he enjoys them, but it takes.
Yeah, and then we have to fight, and then we have to yell at him, and then we don't like that too. All right, so guys, do us a favor. It's the end of the night. Number one, if you've been here and you've been sitting quietly watching the show, come out now and say hi. Say hi to everybody. It's a fun group, and people love you, and you will make a lot of friends. And number two, if you learned anything tonight, please jump out and let us know what you learned. What have you learned tonight? Maybe you learned something from Sharon talking about land vacations. Maybe you learned something about me, how to be a dummy. Maybe you learned something from your peers in the chat or someone else. Maybe you learned that when you see a glass like this space right here is so that you can put your cigar in there while you're having a bourbon. Did you know that? Maybe you didn't know that, and then you just learned that as well.
Who got you that glass?
Sharon did. Thank you very much. AKA Santa Claus got that for me. Thank you. Doug and Nikki said, so it turns out as math teachers here in the chat, it's time for some special tipping to undo this commentary. I can count to 20 with one shoe on nowadays. See, Paul, thank you so much. We appreciate that. Paul, we're keeping an eye on you, dude. We know you only have a little bit of time left of that quarantine, but then you're going to go to Fiji and have another quarantine, which is unbelievable. No one has been paid so much to do so little, I think is the way that we're phrasing it tonight. Oh hell, I didn't need it. I wrote all the formulas down for work, but I was able to do it in my head. That's what we have calculators for, right? You can do it all.
Yeah, I do the best math in my head. I can figure things out in my head.
CMPJ 519 said 2.5 hours is not bad. 2 to 3 hours per class, 7 classes a day. Ugh.
Yeah.
That's a nightmare. I sucked at math, and I have been an aircraft assembler for 40 years. Thank you, Marty. We appreciate that. Karen Griswold said 5y equals 3. Solve for y. Why are there letters in math? See, thank you. Steve Morales comes out with, we don't need no education. See, I knew where you're going with that. Geometry, trigonometry were the easiest math subjects for me. Now Jim D just came in to show off. If the class ends in matri, then I don't want anything to do with it. Nothing to do with it at all. Let's see. What else do we have? Beth said, was that you speaking down my street the other night, Jamie? It might have been. Beth and Doug. Just for the record, guys, tomorrow night we have the pleasure. We are meeting Beth and Doug Ullinger for happy hour at our favorite local place, Ariba's. I am super stoked about that. Are you?
I am.
That's going to be fantastic. You know what, though? I'm off tomorrow. It's too bad. I should have been off Wednesday. But I'm off tomorrow, so I'm going to get there. We're supposed to meet after they get out of work, which I think is at about, 6? I think I'm going to get there at about 3 and start drinking, and then we'll save his table for those guys, if that's okay.
Good night, Linda.
Linda Stober, have a great night. Thanks for joining us. I remember hearing about our friend in Tampa, and it's crazy the rules there don't make sense, said Teague Neal. You're right about that. Doug and Nikki said, I took my daughters to the beach for their first driving experience. Deep sand is perfect. Everything has to be accentuated, and the reactions are slow. And there's nothing to hit. Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Tried 60 pages of reading for one class in grad school. At least I was a quasi-adult. Yeah, see, you were an adult.
Yeah.
Yes, Dylan Seaman, knowing the tune. Knowing the tunes. No dark sarcasm in the classroom. Steve Morales is going to get out of here and go put on some Pink Floyd right now. Probably kick back and have a little bit of a he's probably going to have a rum cocktail with Ruth Todd. The band Hammer has been busy tonight. We have certainly learned that. I learned that Wilma DeQueefy is hitting on Leanne Franciscone's man. That is not appropriate. Leanne said, what, Jamie? We had a Zoom call scheduled, LOL. Oh, boy. Leanne, you're going to get us in trouble for that Zoom call stuff. We could book a plane and come to Ariba's tomorrow. Just kidding. Daniel Fields, you're not kidding, as a matter of fact. If I know anything, if there's anyone out there, if there's anyone out there who would show up at Ariba's tomorrow, it would be Nancy and Daniel Fields. Tessa Mont said, same here.
That would
Basic
be
math,
funny.
I hated it, and I do okay. Algebra and geometry, straight A's. Not sure if it was the teacher or the subject, but it seems like the more difficult it is, the better I did. So, Tess, now you're just showing off. Jose Lara, good night, brother. Good to see you. Do you know that Jose Lara and I shared a lot of beer at Doug and Buster's? Dave and Buster's.
Doug and Buster's.
At Doug and Billy's. Doug and Billy's is a place. It was right by Dave and Buster's. We went there afterwards, Doug and Billy's. It was a little bit of a. It's a country bar.
Oh my goodness.
We hung out and had a good time. Now everyone's quoting Pink Floyd tonight. That's what we need. We need a Pink Floyd night maybe coming up soon. Be careful with that axe, Eugene. That's all I'm going to say. Paul Adam, no more sausages for you. Paul must have been getting lippy or something. The Ullingers are sweethearts, said Nancy Fields. They sure are. They sure are. Cheers, cheers, guys. Drinking for happy hour. LOL. Just kidding. Yeah, we might have a drink for happy hour. We're gonna have a little bit. Well, we have been doing very well. We have since New Year's. We've been watching our figure. I myself am down about 5 pounds, but it's not the first 5 pounds. You can't notice it. I'm still a big load, but maybe by the next 2 live shows. Although I'll probably gain it all back when we go to our undisclosed. I almost said where we're going, to our undisclosed location at the end of the month.
Oh my gosh.
So we'll see what happens.
No, we're gonna be careful and eat healthy there.
Margie Butcher said, I learned that Matthew needs more family time. He certainly does. I learned that Jamie doesn't want anyone following them on their land vacations that Garrett labels them. No, Garrett, you're getting it all wrong. We've had plenty of times where people joined us. Yeah. But this time we decided that we don't want to make a big deal out of it and we want to show up somewhere and do our thing.
Actually, we kind of had this planned for a while, but we just this last week found out where we're going to be staying. Yeah. We didn't know before. We had different places a few different places in mind. We were waiting to hear back from someone. So that's why we didn't know until now. So then we thought it was funny that
Garrett, what it is that when word gets out that Sharon from Sharonatsea Travel is coming to town, there's a lot of bidding going on. A lot of the resorts are really going up against each other because they're like, I'll offer you this to come stay at my resort. I will give you that. I will throw in a complimentary excursion. I will make sure that you have hot running water the whole week.
Hot water.
Yes, I will deliver coffee to your room every morning. There's a lot of different things that they throw out there to bring Sharon from Sharonatsea Travel. And we were waiting until we got the best possible offer. And we finally got the offer we were looking for. So that's when we signed the contract and said, we're coming to see you guys. That's how it works. Well, we want to make sure we can go someplace fun. And we want to be able to report back to you guys and tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly. So that's what you can get from us.
Yeah. I hope this place turns out to be what we think it is. Because I think other people might enjoy it. Hopefully.
Crystal Sarmiento comes in out of nowhere. Sometimes Pink Floyd brings people out of the woodwork. Hey, teacher, leave them kids alone. Crystal, what's up? Nice to see you. How you guys doing out there? Joseph Johnson said, I learned that my wife's birthday and your anniversary are on the same day. That's very nice. Yeah, guys, so keep in mind, it is my birthday month. It started now. So cards and gifts will be accepted between now and the end of the month. Keep that in mind. My goodness. So that's always exciting. What else do we have? Let's wrap it up. I learned the hammer comes on strong. They are flirty. Hold on. I learned that the hammer comes on strong. They are flirty. Are you trying to say the hammer and the nail were flirting with the... Well, that's an outrage.
I learned that.
Matthew gets the best internet in the house. Yeah, that's right, positive vibes. He
actually does. It's right there in his room.
Yes, the hub is right there in Matthew's room. It was not too long. I mean, first it was Matthew, and we used to just do Wi-Fi in here, and then I literally ran cables through the wall so that we could hardwire ourselves. Charles Hahn said Motel 6 will leave the light on for you. So we got that going for us, which is nice. Wow. Texas Pepito hasn't been in a restaurant since March, and I don't miss it. Nancy Fields says Sharon is pissed.
Yeah, we haven't really been. When was the last time we were in a restaurant? It's been quite a while.
Well, we're going to be in one tomorrow. The last time we were in a restaurant was the one we're going to tomorh.
I think it was when we met you guys there last time.
No, we remember we stopped there for dinner once at Arriba's. Yeah, like 3 weeks ago. We had dinner.
Oh no, that was a couple weeks before Christmas. Yeah.
Yes, that was after the last time we saw that. But
Okay.
that's the only place we go to is Arepas.
Well, it's not the only place.
Every place else is we order in.
We don't really eat any out right now anywhere because of everything.
Yes. Ann Smith, we cannot wait to see you again and go, look at Ann Smith. Ann Smith, I haven't seen her in forever.
Oh,
What's
hi,
going on, Ann?
Ann.
Lovely to see you. Beach FB, thank you for the super chat. Sharon binges. Oh, Sharon brings the heat to any destination. Thank you guys for your commitment to Cruise Talk. That's very nice, dude. Thank you for the super chat. We always appreciate the support for the channel. It goes a long way in these days, so we really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Sharon, is that it? Have we covered everything for the people? Oh my God, there's one thing that we didn't show you that we wanted to show you. We put this picture online the other day, but people always say, let's see the dogs. The dogs have been very quiet tonight. They've been very well behaved out there, so that's kind of nice. But keep a few things in mind. Before we show you the dogs, just make sure, don't miss out on the no Zoom call. Look for this post in the Sharonatsea Cruise Crew. Comment below that you want to be part of the no Zoom call so we can pick you potentially as a winner. Also, make sure, guys, if you need something to do next year on New Year's Eve, you know the Sharonatsea Travel New Year's Eve Party Group Cruise is in effect. Call Sharon to book now. It's a short cruise. It's only 4 days, so not a lot of onboard credits available.
Well, they do have, right now it is $50 deposits on that particular
Nice.
thing.
$25 onboard credit, a complimentary bottle of wine per cabin, group t-shirts available, and a good time.
And they're
is meant to be had.
offering another $25 with the current promotion.
That's right. And you've asked about the dogs, and here is a little bit of a better look. On the left there, we have Lucy, and of course, then you have the king of the underbite. No dog has an underbite like this one. That's right, it is Boswell, otherwise known as Maxwell by the ship show, but actually the dog's name is Boswell. So that's our little doggies. We just thought we'd give you a little glimpse. This was them the other morning.
And
as I was
pretty
making my breakfast.
shaggy right now because Lucy needs her hair trimmed, and I don't know, probably Boswell too, but
As I was making breakfast, they were posing for that picture, seeing if any
waiting
scraps would fall to the
for
floor.
some scraps.
Dying for scraps, as I usually am. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for being here. We love you so much. We hope you have a great rest of the week. And Crazy Cat Travel said, what's up with Jamie and Tony thinking they get a birthday month?
Yeah,
hey, listen.
that's what I said. A
Yeah.
birthday is a day. My birthday just lasts a day. And even to you, you're like, your birthday
First
just
off-
lasts a day. So how come yours lasts
First
a month?
off, let me be clear. Listen, I'm going to say something. I don't know.
It really doesn't last a month in the household. He walks around the house saying it's my birthday month, but I just ignore it.
I haven't seen our friends from Mavalito Loca here tonight. They're very busy. They can't be here every Monday night. But I will tell you this. I was the one that started the birthday month. Tony totally copied it from me.
Oh my God.
I've always spent the whole month focused on my. Sharon will tell you, right? I mean, I've always focused on the month. It's
You
been
do,
my
but
birthday month.
nobody else does in the family, just you.
That's right, it's just me.
He sits around and says it's my birthday. And
so
everyone
Crazy Cat
ignores him.
Traveler, when you say what's up with Jamie and Tony thinking they get a birthday, it was me originally. Tony totally copied my idea.
Oh my goodness.
And he stole it from me. Don't tell him I said that though. But he totally stole it from me. So there you go. My wife has a birthday month all year, but this last one, dang, Perlman. Oh, Daniel Fields. Yes, I know. This ruined everything. Every Monday of the month will be Jamie's birthday party, Sharon. Thank you, T. We appreciate that. You guys are amazing. Boswell looks so much like Jamie. What a nice thing. You know, it was moments ago I was saying how great it was to see Ann Smith, and then she comes out with that. Unbelievable. How is it that I just get bashed like that? Mike V, no time machine tonight. We'll get one going for next week. Things have been a little bit crazy lately, so free time is tough to come by.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll do a time machine, and we'll go back in time to when we met the Ullingers at Areba's tomorrow. So we'll work on something like that. All right, guys. It's been a great 2 hours. We love you. Thanks for hanging out with us. It means the world to us. Thanks for following the channel. Things are going to get better soon. We're going to have more content coming out. We're going to get back to normal for vlogs and fun travel talk and stuff. So we're this close to getting there. So hang in there a little longer. We appreciate it. And until next time, from myself, Jamie, from Sharon, from Matthew, from Lucy and Boswell, from, of course, the amazing Leanne and Nautical Nurse Nancy, the backbone of the Sharonatsea Travel channel. From all of us here at Sharonatsea Travel,
Happy cruising and safe travels. Good night, everyone. We'll see you next Monday night.
guys, good night. We love you. Peace out. We'll talk to you again soon.